Welcome, gamers! Welcome to Tactical Banditry, where we're going to be seeing some of the best and some of the crispest Rocket League gameplay. I'm here with my good friend Powder. Powder, how you doing, my man?
I am doing fantastic. I am so excited to get into this. We've already got the players in the lobby. Everybody's ready to go and get this tournament rolling. I am super excited for this.
Yes, sir. Now, it's been a little hectic, and I haven't been able to follow as closely as I've been wanting to. But why don't you tell the good people, and evidently me, who we've got in our match today?
Well, right now we've got the #1 seed in the tournament of Is I'm Dreamin' versus the team of Fracture. So right away we're going right at it with two high caliber teams. Is I'm Dreamin' made up of the team of T-Var, Sharp, and Splashy. Fracture, of course, made up of KX, Cheese, and Gear. So for Is I'm Dreamin', it's definitely favorable for them. This was something that everybody's talking about pre-tournament and in the pre-show call, that this is a extremely dangerous teams. They've made it far into high bubble scene tournaments. They are a fantastic mechanical team. This could get dangerous for Fracture if they're not careful.
Yeah, exactly. They have been deadly on the attack and just constantly beating at the door of anybody who dares try and challenge them. And it looks like they're having to play here. Good luck, everybody. Have fun and let's go! Already on the clock. We've already starting to see Gear and Cheese fight for the ball, but it's going to be going to TV Auto or TV Aristo, or whatever. Splashy sending it back, and Kayaks? I don't know. These are names I haven't seen in a while. Both these guys are starting to send it up and keep it on the side of blue. They're keeping it close and keeping it far, but Cheese is not letting it get near the goal line.
Down now, and KX dropping it on in front, but T-Var, he does get there in time. Splashy, he does look to carry this out. Just doesn't have any boost left. That was a double commit on the side from Fracture. Works out as Gear gets a shot that's banging off the post. T-Varisto, perfect pass to his teammate, and Splashy, a long howitzer into the net. It's a 1-0 lead for Is I'm Dreamin'.
Dreamin's showing a lot of really good stuff out here, not being too aggressive, but being able to play their cards right. They were slow on the approach, but they were confident every single time they went in front of the ball. So seeing this kind of commitment and this kind of confidence come out of them is really good to see.
And it's not surprising to see that they have this confidence. They're currently 6-0 in the tournament, haven't dropped a single game. Fracture has only dropped one, so both these teams are not exactly losing, but one of them will have to. I think we forgot to mention this is the winner's semifinals, so winner heads straight to the winner's finals, one shot away from the $300, or not the $300 prize, but the $165 that comes with first place. Both teams wanting that chance as Fracture in their offensive half looking to tie the game. It is a miss from T-Var. Jeez, he does get a bang off the side wall. Sharp though, great clear out. KX doesn't get a touch. Clear Gear, he does get one, but it's right to Sharp looking for T-Var Isto. Straight down, and KX beats him out. A good clear is cut off by Splashy. Dropping into the corner, it's Cheese sending it out once again. Splashy there to cut it off once more. T-Var up, but he's beaten out by KX and Fracture. They break out.
And already you're starting to see another goal go up here, but Gear's not able to make it happen. Cheese gonna get the clear. It's going into the corner. Sharp picks it up again, sends it down mid. Splashy sees an opportunity, sends it off the crossbar, but Gear catches it. A good play coming in from him. Sharp fights him for it, but it's not going to be enough. You're starting to see some real aggression come out of Fracture. I believe I don't have names on the thing, so I'm kind of like running on empty here. But the ball is setting up center. Kayaks is going to be sending it down for Cheese. Cheese sees the opportunity. It's not going to make it in. That corner shot's going to be denied. TBR sends it back, gets a double tap, and it's in. 2 for Aya's Dreamin'.
Close call there, but it worked out for a pass. T-Var off the backboard. Splashy's there, but nobody is there for Fracture on defense. Everybody overcommitting just a little bit, not rotating back in on time. So just before halftime, it's Ism Dreamin' up 2-0 now. Starting to get a lead in this match, and it is only a best of 3. Fracture doesn't have very long to make some changes. There's one right there. It's Gear into the net. Deficits in half.
Look at this touch. It's like Kayaks is just able to finesse it right around, get Sharp out of the corner, and put Gear in the right spot. This, like, just instantaneous attention to detail and quick thinking is going to get Fracture right where they need to be. And I think their reaction to what Ayaz and Dreamin' is doing is just what they need. It's exactly like shake it off a little bit, let things get into place, and then make your move.
Now, good clear out. Nobody's back. Sharp is racing. Can the ball get high enough? Oh, no, it doesn't. Sharp was hoping it'd go high. It was not. It's a tie game.
Oh, man, that is a good touch coming in from the opposite side of the court. What a shot. And I got to give credit for where credit's due. Like, I don't know about you, but I think Fracture is able to come back here after warming up a little bit. Ice Dreamin's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. They can't leave their back end so open like that.
They can now. They are on offense. Immediately shut down by Cheese. It's a good touch from Splashy. Sharp is up, carrying it towards the corner. Now out towards mid once again. Kayaks one-on-one versus T-Far. He wins it. Splashy's back looking for the pass to Sharp. Here, off the sidewall. Wins the 50. Down in front. Kayaks for the shot. It's off. Cheese is rotating back. It's too far out. As I'm Dreamin' allowed to carry out now. But Fracture looking to stop that from happening. Splashy's up, reading the missed cue. Gear for the save. Sharp coming in. Shot on target. KX gets a save there. But offense remains for Ism Dreamin'. Splashy to the air, looking for the backboard, taking Cheese out. It was high. Sharp up. Gear waiting for it. Offense piling on for Ism Dreamin', and it's sent out by Fracture and right back in. Ism Dreamin' is not letting up.
They are constantly putting this to the test. Everybody on Aya's Dreamin' sees what's going on. The minute left on the clock. They want to end this quick and fast. They want to get into the I can't remember what it is because I'm too excited right now. But it's looking like Fracture sees another opportunity. Gear going for a touch. They're not going to make it through. Cheese sees another opportunity. Sends it off the wall, but Splashy getting it down mid. Passes it to TBR. And it's going to be Gear trying to make it out of their side of the field. Cheese and Gear fighting Splashy now. TVR sends it off the wall. Cheese stops it, kills it dead, and now it's a fight. And I got some, like, Powder, I don't know about you, but, like, seeing all of this, do you expect oh my gosh, it just goes off the bar? How is that not in? I think that's my question. Why did that, what just happened?
I wish there were replays for non-goals because I don't know how Fracture doesn't find the net. It was right there. I can't remember who it was. They were right in front. They tried to flip for it, and nobody pressed up, assuming their teammate had it. And instead, we remain tied, but Fracture's on offense. Cheese's shot is high. Gear is there. Cut off by Splashy.
Woo!
Double commit there from Is I'm Dreamin'. Pinch off the backboard. Kayaks is up. He keeps it up. Cheese choosing to rotate back. Smart decision, and we head to overtime.
All right, already on the ball, and everybody's on edge. Game 1 of the semifinal. Let's go! Already, Gear's going to be putting it in place. Sends it down, tries to get it near the mid, but Splash is going to take it away from them. On the other side of it, they're putting in Fracture side of the field. Splash is being slow a little bit. Trying to get it around Kayaks, but it's not going to work. It's now back in midfield. Sharp sends it to TBR Stoke. It's going up again, and Gear's trying to keep it in his own possession. Goes to the wall, goes to the side. Sharp's chasing it. Gear's going after it, too. It's on the wall now. Sharp's trying to play it softly, play it slowly, get it over Cheese. Cheese takes it back, puts it near the wall, tries to go for a double tap. It's not going to work. Kayaks going for it once more, sends it down. It's close to the net. No one's there, so no one's going to be able to make the turnaround in this game. Powder, I got to be honest, I'm kind of on the edge of my seat here. I have no idea who's going to be able to pull this around.
Right, heading into the game, I thought it'd be Is I'm Dreamin' easily, but Fracture's putting up a fight. They've scored 2 unanswered to send it to overtime. They are back on defense. Sharp, that is a good touch. All 3 players are right there for Fracture. Excellent cut from Splashy. Gets one more touch. It's a pass mid. T-Baristo looking for something off the backboard. He drops it down, but nobody coming in for support. Shot from Sharp, easily put away by Gear. Goes right at T-Baristo, though. Cheese up. Gets the kill. Gear will play it towards the side wall. Is Splashy now sending it laterally towards the corner. Now Kayaks beats out right? One of the players, it was either Splash or Sharp. Those names are so similar, it's hard to keep track, but T-Bar looking for it. Gear. He gets a touch out towards the corner. It's Splashy. Once again, plays it underneath Kayaks. Nobody comes in for support. Sharp does kill it, and T-Varisto sending a shot. Gear a little bit out of position, still gets the save. T-Var pass over to Sharp, but cut off by Gear. Fracture's defense is holding strong through this offensive pressure from Is I'm Dreamin'.
No kidding. These rotations on both of these teams have just been concise and clean. There was a little bit of time where, like you mentioned, Gear was a little bit out of position, but I think he was able to make use of whatever they have, and that's where I think this match shines. A lot of this is just both of these teams putting in as much as they can and just doing with what they have. You see Sharp trying to make do with these touches and trying to get a good clear on him, and they're able to get them away from the net, but there's nothing that has been like super clean, except maybe here Splashy's able to make use of something, but Cheese steals it right away, gets another touch. Sharp's going to be making it dead. Kayak sends it to Gear. Gear's going to be trying to make it in, but Splashy coming in with that last time, and we've gotten another 2 minutes and 30 seconds in, and we are no closer to figuring out who's going to be winning match 1. Powder, I got to be real. This is a great matchup right now. I knew you wanted to see something like I was dreaming, and you like thought they were going to win, but I mean, with Fracture putting up such a good fight, they are putting in the work.
They are. This is extremely exciting and a great start to our stream here. Splashy trying to get it back going for Is I'm Dreamin'. T-Var is so too far away from that, so Cheese, he does get this out, carrying it downfield. T-Var does get a touch at the last second. Down off the corner, he plays it down. Gear chooses to rotate back, but now T-Var with a miss. Pass from Gear. Midfield is too far behind KX. He bumps Cheese, slowing down the offense, and then actually completely shuts it down. Sharp goes up underneath one. T-Var for a shot, but KX is there first. A lot of back and forth, but now KX one-on-one versus Splashy. Splashy over to T-Var now. Sharp banging it towards the backboard. Gear with the touch. Heading towards the side wall. T-Var awaiting a challenge. Now he goes after it. It's neutral down in front. She's in an awkward spot, but a bump on T-Var. Splashy fakes out Cheese. Takes it up. But another stop there. And we head into our 5th minute of overtime. As neither team is able to figure out anything yet. As now Splashy is down for a shot. But it was just a bit too far out. Is I'm Dreaming has piled on the shots. They've had the majority of the pressure in overtime, but Fracture has held strong through, and further we go.
The more I keep hearing Fracture's name, I'm not thinking they're living up to their namesake. They may be giving the Fractures, but they ain't taking them. They are showing that they are solid through and through. TBR Stoke trying to get something down the field. Sends it down, but gets demoed. Cheese is able to make the save, but Splashy coming in hot. It's gonna be off the backboard. He might be able to get this double touch. Give it to Sharp. He might be able to make it in, but it's just off the crossbar, and Kayaks was there to save it. It's just close. Cheese putting it off to the wall. Splashy trying to make a challenge out of it. Sharp is keeping both of the Fracture players in check. TVR trying to make something work. Gear puts it off the wall. Maybe Cheese could go for it, but it's going to be Sharp getting there first. Cheese stops it dead in mid. It's going to be going towards the goal line. Kayak stops it, puts it up. He goes for the double touch. It goes towards the goal. It's off the backboard. Gear could get this, but Splashy's going to block him once again. It's going to be close now, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Don't you dare look away, because we are not done yet. 5 minutes in, and we are nowhere closer. Kayaks off the backboard. This might be an option. But Gear, again, not being right close to the goal line. He was just there for the rebound.
5.5 minutes we go. That shot stopped from Cheese. Now Gear dribbling it downfield. Excellent cut from Sharp. Now he's up on the backboard. He plays it towards the side. Kayaks pre-jumping that shot. It's a pass down, but T-Var, he gets there first. It's a pass to Gear, though. Sending it up high. Cheese not pushing up. Both teams seeming to play extremely safe. The further we go into overtime, they're not going for anything too crazy. Both do not want to drop this game. It would be absolutely crushing to lose game 1 in overtime like this. So the safer they get, the odds of us going further into this overtime get even higher. 6 minutes now have passed by. As I'm dreaming once again on offense is T-Var over towards the side, dribbling it down. A good cut from Gear. Kayaks towards the side. Sharp, it's pinched back, but it's Kayaks collecting it. Back down the field we go. It's Fracture returning to offense.
Oh, this might be good. Sharp's going to be going for it, trying to keep it out of the goal line. Kayak sends it down. Cheese sees it, touches it, gets it close. Kayak goes for the alley-oop, but it's not going to work. It's off the wall once again in mid. Sharp is going to be trying to go for it, trying to get it something clean as it goes into Fracture's side of the field. Cheese tries to get a touch off of it, doesn't manage to get it. And it's now Sharp and everybody back on the side of Fracture. This is a story told, it's a tale as old as time, and it's going to be repeating itself once again. Kayak sends it down to Aya's Dream inside of the field. Going up in the corner, Cheese sees it, challenges TVR, not going to make it work, so Sharp sends it down to the backboard. Kayaks kills it, Gear sends it up, tries to keep control, pinches it off the wall. TVR is able to slow it down a little bit. Splashy sends it back, Cheese waiting. He's going to send it from mid. Kayak sees an opportunity, puts it near the wings. Sharp kills it. Cheese trying to keep it in Fracture's possession, sends it down to the goal line. TVR takes it back, starts to dribble, gets it down to the pitch. It's not going to be too much, but Splashy puts it back. We are not out of this just yet. In every single moment these guys spin in this tense-filled match, it's like everyone's just not wanting to make this like such a bad mistake. They're tired. I mean, I would be tired after this long. I mean, if we go to 12 minutes, it's gonna be insane.
Insane indeed. Gear pass down to Cheese. Cheese, they are playing it so safe, but you have to go for that. Your third man is rotating back. There's no reason to be that safe. You have to get some chances, or else you're gonna get yourself further into overtime. And as I say that, we pass it into our 9th minute. 8 minutes have passed by. And still nothing yet. Sharp, though, with a chance. Oh, good kill from Kayaks. Cheese, though, a good dunk off of his I'm Dreamin'. Cheese plays it down towards the corner. Down in front, Sharp, good long clear out. He looks to follow this touch up. Kayaks doesn't get the read. Gear is up. He does get a good touch out. Now Kayaks off the back wall, rolling straight down. In the corner is Gear, playing it down. Cheese is there, peeling off, knowing Sharp was going to be there first. Splashy trying to get around, he does not. T-Bar back in, down in front. Sharp is there, slamming it down, but Gear is also there. And he goes for the air dribble clear. Plays it by T-Bar. It is enough to clear it out, actually, but Sharp back and forth we go. A giant volleyball match, and a double commit from I'm Dreamin' will shut down their offense just for now.
It's going to be close. Gear might be able to make the save. He does. Sharp's going in for another attack. Cheese is able to get there in time. And it's now going to be KX and, it's going to be KX and Gear. And, well, I mean, we saw how that turned out. Another demo coming in from Cheese. This time TVR going to be making it happen as he comes in from the back. And he ends it at 9 minutes and 13 seconds. Woo!
It took an entire best of 3 to get through that game, and it's Is I'm Dreaming started or ending the game exactly how we started with a goal for themselves.
Oh.
They take it in a extremely long game 1. I think that's got to be maybe even the second longest overtime we've had at Game Time. We had a 15-minute overtime a couple weeks ago, but what a game. Both teams, they played well, but they were just playing it a little too safe, and it's hard to blame them. You don't want to drop that overtime, but Fracture definitely did give away some chances.
Absolutely. There were a lot of times where Fracture was just like the defensive rotation and the technique that they were using were just on point. And it's a shame we don't get to talk about this more because this is something. Oh, wait, hold up. Sorry, I made it goof. Hit a button I wasn't supposed to. But as we go in this second match, we'll see if Fracture can hold it up. In the meantime, don't click away. We're still in it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right into the action. Already, KX is going to be sending it back to the side of to the side of Dreamin', and they're already playing it safe again, just circling around, trying to get back. And a save from Splashy is going to make it a really slow game as we go into it.
Splashy up the side wall. Sharp looking for the back wall now. Gear completely ignores that bump from him. Still gets a touch just out towards Splashy. Double commit from Fracture. Completely opens the net. But the ball a bit too slow for Sharp. He still gets a pass to T-Var. Cut off by Gear. Splashy, though, off the back wall once again. But Kayak sits waiting for it. Sharp just killing that ball. It pops up to Cheese. Carries it out. Flies towards the back wall. Gear is cut off by Splashy. Cheese losing the 50 against him. T-Var up, looking for a pass off the back wall. Drops down. Sharp is there. Shot is on. Stopped by KX. And another double commit from Fracture might cost them a clear. And actually, it does not. They do send it out, and they return to their offensive side.
A lot of good stuff coming in from Dreamin' right now as they are putting on the pressure for Fracture. It's going to be really hard to break through some of this because of how Gear and KX just having to like kind of pick up the slack. Cheese is able to do some really good stuff here. Like he's sitting in goal, making sure he covers his bases, switching out when he needs to. Gear right now trying to get this out of the corner and trying to get this into the side of the field where he and his mates can make some real damage. But at this point, Dreamin' is putting the nightmare on for Fracture. They are not letting them get away with anything. They're just constant on the offense.
Yeah, 3 shots for Is I'm Dreamin' so far. It's not a ton, but they've had the ball in their half way more than that. Only 1 shot so far on the side of Fracture. And an excellent 50. Ooh, I thought Cheese would get there first. No, it's Is I'm Dreamin' instead. T-Var off the backboard looking to drop down. Now Splashy's there. Gear racing in. Makes the stop on the goal line. Now he's taken off the field for his efforts, but Cheese is still there to carry it out. Splashy right back in. These clears from Fracture need to find better spots. Or Sharp for the shot. Stop, not able to be made. It's 1-0 Is I'm Dreamin'.
Look at this touch, this pass down to midfield, and Sharp's quick thinking. Gear was almost there, and I gotta give credit. Like, Fracture was able to hold up a little bit from that constant onslaught, but there's only so much you can do when you're constantly being shoved against the wall, and you can't make the moves you need to.
Nearing halftime, Is I'm Dreamin' finally getting a goal after spending so much time on offense. Fracture needing to do the same thing they did in Game 1 and start to make a comeback. It is only 1 goal this time, but they gotta do it quickly. Cheese, he chases the boost and he loses possession because of it. Fracture is playing such an odd style of Rocket League that I normally don't see them play. They're normally a very clean team, play very smart, but right now they've just played safe in Game 1, and now an odd mistake there cost them some offense. They do get it out the other way though, but here's a little bit too far back. Still wins that challenge. T-Var up very early, pinching it out towards Splashy, who beats Cheese, dropping it down. Sharp is up, keeping it low. Kayaks still able to make the stop, but a smart shot there from Is I'm Dreamin'.
Uh-oh.
Fracture looks to clear it out.
Ooh, that might be a goal! Oh, look at that. Look at this replay. Oh, I knew it when it was going down the field. Him and Gear, Cheese and Gear being on top of it like nobody's business, and they make an opportunity from Sharp being the only defender on that side. Man, Is Dreamin' either got cocky or they were out of position. Either one, it cost them the lead. And now it's 1-0 well, sorry, 1-all, and it's already Fracture coming back. You were mentioning that they were having a little bit of a rough time, and they were playing an odd style Rocket League. I think they just kind of got off the wrong foot. Speaking of the wrong foot, Gears taking it up, and he sends it back, and he kicks it right in. Scott Sterling style, and he's able to make it in. And what a show coming in from Fracture, taking the lead right out the gate at 90 seconds.
We saw the one mistake from Fracture, which cost them some offense, and we've seen 2 mistakes from Is I'm Dreaming right in the span of only a few seconds. Both have cost them goals. First, a miss or an overcommit from Sharp, and then T-Bar just racing into the back of the net. And with 1:20 remaining, they already have lost their lead. They do have time, but the amount of offense that they've put on, they definitely have a chance to come back, but they need to clean up those couple mistakes. As T-Bar looks for a clear, but he's stopped by Cheese. Gear is up. Sharp forced a half flip back. Gear's looking for the double tap.
Woo!
It dropped right down. The angle is much too tight. With 1 minute remaining, Fracture's offense is piling on, and it is hot. It's 3-1.
Look at this sharpshooting coming in from KX. Just absolutely right then and there took the opportunity. Just absolutely taking advantage of that moment. You knew they were communicating that too. Everybody saw that moment and just took advantage of it. Hinata style, slamming it in, getting the goal. And I gotta be honest here, Powder. I'm seeing some real good stuff come out of Fracture right now. I don't know what well, as soon as I say that, coming in from a tight corner, Sharp's gonna be able to make advantage of Cheese's small screw up. Look at this. Off the crossbar as he pitches it off, and Sharp's able to be there in the right moment.
Incredible shot from him. Yeah, that's more on Sharp's just incredible shot. Cheese did get beat out. He was a little too slow to it. Needed to get some car onto it. He was not able to. 45 seconds remaining. They still have a 1-goal lead. Cheese bopping it towards Gear. Looking for the back wall once again, but Sharp is sitting waiting. Doesn't get a touch there. He does play it by Kayaks, but Kayaks does get the demo. T-Bar wins the challenge. Splashy has an open net. Gear was on the back wall. Does he find the shot? It's off the post. Kayaks, a weak touch. Shot top right. Nothing there in Gear. Out towards the corner. A pass made is cut off by Cheese and cleared out. 15 seconds left for Is I'm Dreamin'.
Oh, come on, Dreamin'. You had it. They were in the moment. They were ready for it. Last 10 seconds. They have to make it count now. Cheese is going down the field, sending it up. It's going to be off the back wall. This is a good shot for Fracture. 3, 2, 1. T-Bar going to have to make this work. Oh, it's close, but Gear stops it. And who comes out on top? Fracture. It's a 1-1. I don't know about you, Powder, but this is an awesome game for Rocket League and Tactical Banditry.
Fracture's turnaround was just absolutely incredible. Look at the shots on net. 10 for Is I'm Dreaming, only 5 for Fracture, and they come away with the victory off of the back of 6 saves. Their defense held it the entire way through. It took Is I'm Dreaming a while to get that goal, and then Fracture still making the comeback, scoring 3 unanswered. They gave up 1, didn't quite matter. They held on, and we head to game 3.
Oh my gosh. Looking at these statistics alone, you could tell that Is Dreaming is just, is it fuming? Like, they may be fuming, who knows? But like, Fracture just came out of nowhere and swept. Like, not even swept, just absolutely took the rug and ripped it out from under them. And right now, I think the only thing I could have for Is Dreaming is just come back with the same amount of energy, same amount of time that you spent keeping Fracture where you need them. Because at this point, they get knocked off their feet again. Fracture's going to take mad advantage of it. And that's going to be the end of it. Their rotations cannot be giving up anything. They cannot be making any small mistake. And playing it safe won't get you anywhere. We saw that in game 1. But now as it comes down to game 3, it's now or never. And it's gonna be a good one, folks, so don't you dare look away. We're still in this, and Shark coming in, showing you right off the back that they are still in this game.
Cheese cheated up on the kickoff. Cax was in the corner, and he could not catch up to the ball, so a bit of a risky kickoff there from Fracture comes back to bite them, and it's Is I'm Dreaming up very early in this. That's exactly the start they needed, though, after dropping that game. Fracture looking to come back right away. Gets the flip reset, possibly a double tap. He does get a dunk off of Splashy, but it is into the corner. Cheese just letting it roll along the back wall as it's out towards the side. Splashy one touch towards Kayaks. Plays by Sharp. Now T-Bar with one touch. Gear winning that challenge down in the mid, but Kayaks is all the way back. I'm Dreaming will send it all the way down.
He's able to get the last touch, and he's going to be sending it long. Kayak sending it up for maybe Gear. Gear's not going to be in position because of Sharp. There's a lot of good stuff that Is Dreaming is doing right now. They're playing a really solid defense. They're not holding the ball too long for Fracture to take advantage of and take it away from them. This is going to be really hard for them to be able to get down to this line because now they are being attentive to anything that Fracture's doing. If they want anything, Fracture's going to have to make it hard and quick. But we're starting to see a little bit of it slip right now. Kayaks going for a touch here in the corner, sends it down, but Sharp's going to be taking advantage. Flips it up, tries to get it past Cheese, isn't going to let it land, goes back to mid. And Powder, I got to ask now, who do you think's going to come on top?
It's hard to say because it was a very immediate goal from I'm Dreamin'. Actually, Fracture has just one more shot than I'm Dreamin' right now. But it's that kickoff goal that's making the difference. A minute and a half in. Fracture, they are on their offensive half, but starting to rotate back now. Kayaks has come up after that. Awkward touch from Gear, but he still gets the pass out mid. T-Var up, sending it off the sidewall. Doesn't quite get a touch there, so Kayaks able to get it towards the side. Now with the ball, playing it mid. Gear's there, playing it high off the back wall. Cheese is now there. Gear looking for the touch, and he does not find it. The 50 off of the defender results in a clear out. That ball just wide of the net. Cheese, not a ton of boost left. He does get a push to at least midfield, but it's Sharp. Up mid. Got T-Bar underneath him, but Kayaks is there. Fracture, again, their defense holding strong, but they are down by one thanks to that immediate goal I'm Dreamin' got.
They're starting to feel it, too. They are not making as many. They have a double commit right here, and they're not being able to make something work right now. Gear trying to send it over. Gets it past one of the defenders, but it's not going to work. Cheese sends it up off the back wall. Sharp's not going to be able to be there, but Gear is, and T-Bar is going to be making it. A comeback now. It's still on Dreamin's side of the field. It's off the sidewall. Gear sees an opportunity, takes it, makes the shot. It's just off the crossbar, but what's this? Is this Cheese making another one? It's not going to go in. Goal line still a little bit open, but Sharp's going to be making a boom and clear down the goal line. And it's now back in front of Fracture's side. It's now past halftime, and we are still 1-0. It's nowhere to be found, and we are still on the side looking like Dreamin's going to be coming back from this, but we are still in this, and it's just awesome. There's no other word for it.
A fantastic start to the tournament stream indeed as T-Var gets a touch mid. Splashy now going after it. Cheese bounced off of him. Sharp is rotating back. KX with the dribble. Sharp just sitting waiting. He gets the flick over him. T-Var doesn't get a touch, but Splashy saves him. Now mid. Cheese underneath. T-Bar's the one with the touch. Shot is just off, and his teammate bumped him. No! He had a wide open net. If he could have gotten there, his teammate bumped him. No, with that ball just high. And a touch from the defender out towards the side. Still is piling on. Sharp on the wrong side of the ball. Was looking for a back pass that was not there. Now it's Gear to dribble it out down towards the corner. Sharp. Oh, a miss there from I'm Dreamin'. KX coming up on it. Shot. Faked out the defense. They thought it was going to be a powerful one. It's still off and cleared out. I'm Dreamin' back on the other side.
With this last minute, it's going to be incredibly hard for Fracture to come back. They need to push hard. They can't be spending so much time on their side of the field. They need to get this out, but Is Dreamin's offensive pressure is just starting to feel like a little bit much for Steven T-Bar. Send it back and going toe-to-toe with everybody. Off the backboard, 30 seconds left on the clock. Kayaks going up for the dribble, sends it up. Sharp's going to be fighting for it. It's now in the corner, 25 seconds. It's now back to Cheese and Gear. They're working around it, but T-Var's not going to let them have it too easily. In the corner, it's going to be going dead, close to the goal line. Kayaks sees an opportunity, dribbles it up, and gets it not past where he needs it to be. 10 seconds left. This might be it, folks, the end. It's going to be T-Var sending it down mid. Sharp sees it, sends it up. It's in the corner. Last second ticks down. It's now in the air. It's all or nothing, folks. And it's down for the count. And who comes on top? It's going to be Is Dreamin' coming back with the win.
That is just such a tough loss to watch for Fracture. It like they again just look at the shots this time. 6 compared to 3. They had the offense this time, but it was that one kickoff goal 5 seconds in that did everything. We saw 4 minutes and 55 seconds of pure offensive pressure from Fracture, multiple hard shots that found their way out, and they end up dropping game 3 and they fall to the loser's bracket. But excellent job from Is I'm Dreaming to hold their way through for 5 minutes with only a 1-goal lead. They take the victory.
I gotta be honest, Powder. This game showed a lot of potential. Like let's talk about the difference between these two teams, because I don't know about you, but Fracture had a spark in game 1 that just absolutely came to fruition in game 2. But what they had wasn't exactly like just this like a massive amount of power. What they had was just constant adaptation, adaptability. Like they were able to take anything that I Is Dreaming was throwing at them and be able to turn it around on them. And that showed in game 2, because they, like I Is Dreaming's constant offense, where they were able to get it over some of the defense and be able to break up the rotation a little bit and then get it into the goal at the right second. Was it Kayaks? KX. I think it was KX who was the one that was able to like just turn it around on a dime and get those last 2 kills that they needed, and they made it work. And in game 3, they couldn't make that happen. I don't know exactly what happened, but like they were just at a stalemate where like you said, that first goal and that 10-second goal that I Is Dreaming made, that's all they needed.
Right. That's just, it's so tough to watch. And you said it perfectly. It's tough to say what happened in game 3. They had the pressure, they had the passes, they had the shots. And Is I'm Dreaming's defense did hold strong, but it wasn't anything spectacular. It certainly wasn't as amazing as Fracture's defense in the previous game, stopping all those shots and coming away with the victory. But Is I'm Dreaming, they got it done. They advanced themselves to the winners finals.
And I gotta say, I'm super excited to see where this takes us next. But hey, we're not done just yet. So anybody watching, you better not click away. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody. I'm back here in the booth with Powder, and boy, oh boy, whoo, riding that high from the last match. I don't know what to expect, but hey, we're back here. And so, Powder, I believe you have our next matchup lined up. Who do we got?
I do. We've got Is I'm Dreamin'. We just saw them take down Fracture 2-1 in the winter semifinals. They are going against Samba, who just took down Midnight in their semifinal match. They took down Midnight, which was the roster of Blaze Mints and Lemon Puppy. This Samba's roster is made up of the players of trying to get it up, Josher, Squasher, Bacon, and Woozy. So definitely another exciting match to get going here. Winners finals. Winner gets themselves into the grand finals. Loser, they have one more shot in this loser bracket, but they want to get it right here in this best of 5.
And it's going to be insane because last match we just saw I Is Dreamin' put on a beautiful display of just perseverance and commitment to the game. And I mean, you've been here a little bit longer than I've been here because I haven't been able to make all these like streams and whatnot. So you tell me, has Samba's been here before? What do you know about him? What can you tell us?
Actually, if I could get this page loaded up really quickly, I believe that this team is more or less the team that finished 4th last week. Let me see if I can confirm that. Yes, Josher, Squasher, and Bacon teamed up with Forest Fire to create the team of Up, Down, Left, Right, which took 4th place last week. This week they're in with Woozy, who I don't know if they've played before, at least in one of these tournaments, but this team, at least Josher, Squasher, and Bacon, definitely have been here before, and they've been very successful. Okay.
So we got a little bit of context here. So looking at it, especially looking at last match and looking at how, sorry, I'm having to pull up names. Looking at Sharp, Splashy, like, what do you think is going to be happening here? Like, give us a rundown because I have my prediction because of what I saw last game. But what do you like with the context that you've got in your head, and you being the smarter one of us two? Where do you think this match is going to go?
I would expect Is I'm Dreamin' to, I'll just say right out that I would expect them to win this. They are riding off the momentum of they won a 9-minute overtime in game 1. Yeah, they got to hand it to them in game 2, but they came right back, got a kickoff goal, and then played 5 minutes of a 1-goal lead, not giving away anything. They've got to be riding an extreme high as they come into the winners finals. As for Samba, it's, I haven't been able to see them play. I've not gotten to see these players play, but I know they have before. So I don't have any information on the players themselves, but I have seen Is I'm Dreamin' before. Obviously, I've seen the players before this tournament as well. They are good enough to play up to the potential that they have, and I would expect them to come out with a victory here.
That's where I was kind of going too, because of looking at the like coordination between Sharp and Splashy. Like, they were just constantly on each other's backs, being able to just make something work when one couldn't be able to reach the ball, the other one was able to come in, swoop in, and just make something happen. And T-Var was really good at being like some middle man there and being able to play both sides and do exactly what they needed. And so going into this next match, it's going to be important that they carry that high and they carry everything that they had from the first game coming into this next one. Speaking of, let's get ready to rumble as we hear the engines roar to life and game 1 starts.
Down now Is I'm Dreamin', started it off with a banger shot. Josher Squasher barely able to get that. Sharp pass up to T-Var, trying to fake it out. Sharp, another shot cut off by Josher Squasher. Hot start for Is I'm Dreamin', but now it is Samba sending it the other way. Josher, one touch out towards mid. Woozy the redirect. Bacon over towards Josher once again. Splashy winning the 50. T-Var collecting the ball. Passive Splashy is a bit too high for him. Not able to collect it, but Is I'm Dreamin'. They're still on offense. Maybe sent the other way. No, back on offense once again, looking to pile it on.
They're putting on some extremely heavy work here. A lot of good offensive coming in from I Is Dreamin'. They're doing the exact same crap that they were doing to Fracture. There it is. And right now they're getting close. They put it near the goal line. T-Bar trying to get a hold of it, but Bacon is not going to be let him have it. Josher putting it close to their goal line. Sharp is looking to get it out of there. He gets it in the corner, gets it out, puts it near the wall. Splashy able to get the clear that they need, and they put it on the sidewall. Sharp putting it close for mid, but T-Bar not able to make the touch thanks to Josher. And right now, both teams are doing a really good job of putting this offensive pressure where they need it. It is non-stop for both of these teams, but dropping it in from the top slow like a splashy.
Excellent shot. Joshua Squasher, that's not the touch he wants. I think he was looking for Woozy, but instead it's Splashy cutting that off straight into the net, not even a minute and a half in. And Is I'm Dreamin' has found the back of the net, looking to get it going off the kickoff again. It's neutral, Sharp coming up. Now Splashy awaits it. Slow playing it. T-Var's the one that comes up, bangs it off the corner, looking to fake a touch. Maybe get one here. A good 50 off of Josher. Now Josher with the ball, allowing Woozy to take it up into the air over Splashy. Bacon decides to turn off of it. T-Var one touch, but Bacon collecting off the ceiling. Uses his reset to take the shot. Sharp for the save, and Splashy, an excellent cut. Knowing Joshua Squasher was coming in for the shot. Is I'm Dreamin' banger on target, but they return to offense on fire with that hot shot there.
Right off the bat, both of these teams are just back and forth. Neither team letting anybody get a breather, and let alone get any boost. And right now, we're seeing both of them hold their own. The one goal for the rest of the game is starting to look like it is Aya's Dreamin's specialty, but right now, it's starting to be tested hard. We're seeing Joshua put this near goal line, but Sharps get the clear. T-Bar going in for the last touch, but Woozy able to get the save that they need. Splashy getting the touch on it, sends it to the corner. Josh, you're going to be taking possession, tries to get it off the ceiling. Bacon's going to be trying to get it. Woozy sends it down to the corner, and back and forth the ball goes. There ain't no knowing where it goes. And right now, we're just seeing both of these teams put everything on the line as we start to reach 2 minutes.
At midfield now, Sharp plays it by one, but Bacon is there. Splashy off the back wall, pass from Joshua's midfield, but no one's there. Bacon gets cut off by T-Var. Woozy will get a touch, but it's right down to Sharp. Joshua, excellent challenge. Now midfield, Woozy with the touch shot on target. Sharp, oh, he did not expect the shot. He turned at the last second, made the save. Now right back on offense, shots on Joshua for the save. That counterattack was quick, but luckily Samba was able to make the stop. Splashy now, shipping it up. Not quite high enough for T-Var to go up for the pass. Splashy playing it low. Double commit from Samba, allowing Sharp to get it off the side. Miss from Bacon. Sharp's off the back wall. Nobody's there. Couldn't get the double tap either. Now Woozy, one touch off the top of his car. Sharp back in. Bacon overcommitted, and it cost him dearly. It's insurance for Is I'm Dreamin'.
Look at this coordination. T-Bar getting the assist here, but look at this coordination. This, like, he was able to put this on target, and just everybody on Samba was just not able to make this work. I don't know what happened. Maybe everybody was out of position. I'm at a loss for words here, Powder. I don't know what happened.
It's tough to say. Bacon, he did overcommit. He was cheating up when he didn't really need to. He should have expected that a touch was coming out. He was not able to catch back up to it. Now they've got under a minute left to try to tie this game. Long clear out for Is I'm Dreamin'. Woozy attempts to slow it down. Gets it by one. Can't get it by Sharp, but it's right to Joshua Squasher. Slowing the ball down. Woozy's up, faking it. Sharp and Splashy double commit, but Woozy's rotating back, and an excellent clear from T-Var away from any defenders. Might just seal this, especially as he goes for a shot there. But right now, Samba not getting much going and not finding their way through. They need 2 in 15 seconds. It's going to be tough, if not impossible, especially when Splashy's going for the shot into the net. 3-0 lead, all but sealing game one.
You know, I've seen some seals of the deal. I've seen deal or no deal. I've seen the button getting slammed. But goodness gracious sakes alive, I've never seen this kind of size. It is absolutely insane seeing Aya's Dreamin' take this home and sending them to the corner. As the ball drops, it's gonna be Aya's Dreamin' coming out on top. And what a show these boys put on for us. Or girls, who knows. But let's talk about so we know a lot of good stuff coming out of I Is Dreaming. Let's talk about what sorry, I'm losing my words here. What's going on with Samba? Like, do you think they're just not like the small mistakes of just rotation? Do you think that because there's one thing that they're missing and I'm not able to put my finger on it.
It doesn't feel like they're going for really any team play. It feels like a lot of solo plays when they do get out on offense. It's just a lot of one guy will go after the ball, kind of go up, take a shot, it's off. Maybe a guy comes in for a rebound, but nothing really intentional looking for each other, anything like that, where on the side of Is I'm Dreaming, they're constantly looking for those passes, whether it's off the back wall, midfield passes. They're constantly getting those, and it's resulting in so much more pressure and so many more shots compared to Samba, who only had 5, where 9 came out for Is I'm Dreaming. So that offense needs to be cleaned up a little bit for Samba.
That's what I was thinking, because a lot of times I saw them go up for the ball, and there wasn't a whole lot of what you said was team play and just a lot of solo. It just felt like a bunch of individuals playing as not just a bunch of individuals playing instead of a group playing together like a team. I don't know. That's kind of where my head's at right now. Because at this point, either they pull it together or they don't, or they're gonna be going back down to be facing Fracture, and that's gonna be a hard match.
It will for sure. They have 2 more games to clean it up, though. We are in a best-of-5 here in the winners' finals. Splashy need to get the ball. A bit awkward. His teammate comes up. Powerful shot is just high. Bacon was looking to take out the defender. He couldn't find it. Now it's sent back the other way. Quick counterattack. Out towards the side. T-Var dribbling it towards the net. Joshua waits for it. Bounces off of him and just wide. Flashy waiting, midfield pass, caught off by the defense. Now Woozy wins that challenge, open net. If Joshua Squashing can get in front of this, he cannot. It's T-Var pinching it off the back wall. But Woozy back in. Samba getting some offense going. Now Bacon tries to get a shot, but nothing quite there. Is I'm Dreaming sending it right back the other way.
It is starting to look really tough. Like you said, they were showing some really good promise in their offense right just there. But a lot of it's just not being able to connect. Splashy and T-Var just being all over it. Sharp sends a boomer down the field. It's going to be a bit wide for the goal line, though. Sharp keeping it in the corner, starting to play a little loose. Just fakes one of them out, gets it close to the goal line, but Woozy's going to be clearing it. Splashy playing off the wall, getting his jump back, sends it back down, but Bacon sending it back towards midfield. Joshua going down the pitch, sees an open net, maybe going for a double tap. It's a bit too wide for that. So we'll see what can come out of it as we see I Is Dreaming getting really dangerously close to Samba's goal line. Oh, and it turns around on him.
Yeah, overcommit. You send all 3 players up. All 3 players in the front third for Is I'm Dreaming. That's going to easily result in a goal, and it does. Samba with a 1-0 lead, finally getting a goal up on the board. Just over a minute and a half in, and they have their first lead of this series.
All right, they're going to be needing it after that. But, hey, looking at a comeback coming in from Sambas, that's not bad at all. Looking at how they were able to handle that, they took advantage of the moment, and they were able to make something happen. But, again, it felt like a solo play. I'm starting to see that more and more out of this team. And whether or not they can hold on to this lead is ultimately up to them. But at the end of it, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm more than willing to see, like to hope for that they will be able to pull this off, but at the end of the day, it's gonna, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen with this? Do you think they're gonna hold on to it? Do you think it's being a little bit too hard? Or do you think I Is Dreaming is gonna come back?
Is I'm Dreaming really hasn't gotten that much pressure in this game, and there is another one there. I didn't even see how this one happens. Let's see if it's another overcommit. Sharp, not the greatest of clears. Yep, T-Var and Splashy both upfield, and Sharp's clear was not good enough. It's an easy goal for Bacon, and now a 2-0 lead for Samba.
Man, they just are leaving these nets wide open. Is it a rotational error? Is it something in their heads? Like, I have no idea what's going on, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Sharp's coming out of the gate, swinging, puts it near the goal line, but it's not going to be enough. T-Var seeing it hard and trying to get it long, but it ain't going to be on his side of the field. Splashy taking possession, gets it over Woozy, not enough. Off the backboard, Sharp sees it, Joshua takes it, and he puts it in. Another a team play coming in from a pass from Woozy.
These team plays finally coming out for Samba, and it's working out for goals and possibly a Game 2 victory so far. They're running away with it. Still plenty of time for Is I'm Dreaming to clean it up. But it seems like they're playing a little bit overconfident. They've been pushing up pushing up way too much. They've had 2 overcommit goals happen so far. And for Samba, they finally got that team play going. They're getting the passes out. There's another one, but Bacon just a little too slow to it. Woozy off the ceiling. Double tap opportunity as Josher finding the back of the net.
This is starting to be an annihilation. 4-0 and like 2 minutes left on the clock. Woo! Look at this play. It was just in and out. There is nobody to counteract. This is... I don't know what to say. I'm kind of at a loss for words here, Powder.
Yeah, it's just tough. And now, instead of... It's not really overconfidence anymore. I don't see any of that from Is I'm Dreaming much. It was there at the beginning, but right now, it's just pure confidence from Samba. Sharp, though, looking for a shot, but he is stopped by Josh or Squasher. But this turnaround from Game 1 to get shut out to now be up 4-0 with under a minute and a half remaining is incredible. And sets the tone for the rest of this series, assuming they can hold this one out, which a 4-0 lead is tough to give up, but it might start from Sharp's goal.
Look at this, just minuscule shot. Comes in, T-Bar sends it up, and Woozy there for the block, but it's just taken away on the other side of him just at the last second. That's exactly what I Is Dreaming was needing. And now, I don't know about you, but maybe they have a little bit of comeback, but they'll have to take it in Game 3, unless they can get 3 goals here, which is possible, but it's going to be really hard, especially with everybody on, like, Samba's team being just the incarnation of pressure.
They still have the pressure now. Under a minute remains for Is I'm Dreaming to get 3 more goals, looking more and more unlikely as Bacon goes for this shot, cannot quite catch up. Woozy's there, played out mid, Bacon's bumped, he still gets a touch and a shot. Bacon coming around, follows it up, puts it in, and that'll seal Game 2.
I think Splashy just left the match. I don't know what to do there, but yeah, no, that's okay. He's back. That kind of for me sealed the deal a little bit. I don't know about you, but like after that, like it's gonna have to be a reset. I would just want like just a breathing room, just some time to think about it. Maybe not give up the game. But T-Var's AFK. I'm not sure what's going on here.
In a 5-1 deficit, I don't think it's I don't think it's AFK, to be completely honest, but we'll still finish up the end of this game. Flashy over towards this side. Final seconds though, but what a complete turnaround from Samba to, like I said, to go down 2-0 in the first game to now win 6-1 in Game 2. And that is a much more convincing victory than even Is I'm Dreaming had in Game 1.
Oh, absolutely. Like, that was just, they nailed it on this one. I don't know what happened. I want to say that it has to do a little bit with the overconfidence that was shown and just not being able to collect when they needed to. It could also have been just the fact that, like, Samba was able to just see everything that I Is Dreaming was doing and just turn it around on them and read them like a book and write a sequel. At the end of the day, I'm not sure. It could be both. It could be either. It could be neither.
Yeah, it's tough to say, but they came right out. They did not waste any time getting going in this game, and Is I'm Dreaming, they got a little bit overconfident at the beginning of that game, and it did definitely cost them. They gave up 2 overcommit goals, and that resulted in even more confidence coming out for Samba, and it just resulted in a complete blowout in Game 2. And Is I'm Dreaming, like you said, they just got to completely reset from this. They got to look to Game 3 as a completely new one. It's tied up. It's not like you're down. It's not like you got a reverse sweep. It's tied up in the series. You got another best of 3 ahead of you, so you're good to go from here if they can just reset that mental.
It's going to be hard for them because at this point, it's like getting wiped like that. You need a couple minutes to calm down. I know I would at least, but that's just me. So I think there's no more left to say. We're starting to see the players come onto the field. It is game 3, overtime, baby. Let's get back into it. Let's go.
Uzi starting it out with a miss, actually. T-Var sending it high. Sharp is there, but he can't quite get around on the shot, as I'm dreaming. With a hot start, but nothing coming out of it. Now it's sent back the other way by Samba. Splashy. Cannot quite get it out as Uzi's cutting it off. A pinch mid, dropping down, looking to get one more to get the pass. Good touch there from Sharp. Double commit on the side of Samba. Splashy, though, cannot find the ball. And it's Bacon carrying it out. A pinch. Rolling just high. Uzi. Smartly demoed by Splashy. Otherwise, that's a free goal. As I'm dreaming, back and forth we go. Both teams have had their chances, but nothing coming out just quite yet.
We nearly had the same freaking thing happen last game. Happened this game. A nice touch coming in from Woozy, but T-Var going to be able to save it. We nearly had a 5-second freaking overtime goal, and they if we were going to have another repeat, I was just going to be like, all right, that's it. I'm done. I've seen it. But now, seeing as like both these teams holding their own, being able to just be on top of each other and nearly get a goal, I gotta say, I'm liking what I'm seeing. This is starting to get good. T-Var sending it off to the wall and trying to get this out of his side of the field. Sharp's going to be the one to do it as it goes mid a little bit off the sidewall. Splashy sends it down from the mid. It's not going to be centered just yet. Josher trying to get a hold of it. Woozy takes it from him, dribbles it down, gets a shot in. Sharp keeps it from the goal line. Woozy takes repossession. I gotta say, this is exactly what I was hoping for, and I am not disappointed.
Right, back and forth we go. Still both teams having some chances. Right now, Samba has theirs. Bacon trying to look for a teammate behind him. Now Woozy sending it across the field. That's right at T-Var. Josher Squasher off the corner. Over towards Woozy. Back to Bacon. Josher Squasher, actually, he went for the ball. He couldn't find a touch. Bacon, a weak shot. Woozy off of the miss from Splash. He does get a shot, but immediately saved. One touch from Josher towards mid. Now over towards the corner. Woozy back in. Josher underneath. Neither able to find a touch. Splashy with little boost left can push it to T-Var mid. But instead, it's Samba there first. Up is Woozy. Dropping it down. Shots on. T-Var for the save and an excellent follow-up. Results in a clear to at least midfield, and Sharp's the one to finally get it out.
It's starting to get really close now. They're putting it on the other side of this field. Splash gets a hold of it, puts it on the wall, and starts to play with it. But Josher steals it right back, sending it down midfield. It's going into the corner. And right now, it is everything or nothing for this team. Samba needs to be able to make this win because they were able to take it back. Splashy sends it off the back wall. Might be able to get the double touch. And he sends it downtown, and he gets it all around. And that's going to be goal one for is Dreamin'.
That's the kind of double tap you see in a training pack. Easy enough for him. Bacon not even close to catching up to that. Is I'm Dreamin' with the lead now. Just under 3 minutes have passed by in this game. They finally get the goal. Can Bacon get around on it? No, he cannot. Uzi is there. Oh, he misses the touch. Joshua Squasher was able to get one, but now it's still in. Splashy off the corner as Bacon goes up. Gets it towards the side wall. Sharp getting beat out by the defense. Woozy's coming around on this shot. Instead, it's Splashy getting a touch. Bacon one, but it's still sent out by T-Var. Splashy up on the side, dropping it down. No, Josher's there. Good long clear out. Samba doing a good job of getting these long clears, but they need to make them count. They've got a minute and a half to tie this game.
It is going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. We see, like you said, Samba's putting in a lot of good work, and they're going to be showing it here. Woozy coming in from the corner, and just at the last second, look at this touch. Just takes immediate advantage of Josher's sent mail, and he takes the package, and he opens it up, and what's that? A nice little gift of a goal.
It's a fantastic pass from Josher, but T-Var missed on it. He had an easy touch, but he wasn't able to get up in time to it. Instead, it results in a goal. Now, as I'm dreaming, they're tied back up. They've played well up to this point. Just that one mistake did cost them. T-Var with possession of the ball, playing it by Woozy. Just gonna touch towards the corner, but now it's T-Var trying to get it back in. Bacon doesn't find it there. Woozy will. Looking to play it underneath Sharp. Sharp taking a 50. Now on Josher. Splashy also taking a 50. It's neutral. T-Bar getting there first. Cannot follow it up. It's Bacon. With 45 seconds left, Samba's looking to go back onto offense, and they do. It's into the corner, starting to set it up. But Splashy right back in is I'm Dreamin', looking to take this game as they head back onto offense.
It's going to be tough here. They've been able to put on this pressure throughout the game, but right now, the consistency that Samba's putting on is just tight. It's not letting anything through, and they're able to turn around and make a counterattack almost immediately. Like, look at this. Joshua and Woozy are able to make a double team here and trying to get this into the side of I Is Dreaming. They're able to take anything that's thrown their way and make it work. Bacon sends it off the back wall. It's going to be a double tap in the last 5 seconds. Bacon coming in hot, and it's just going to be landing it in. Oh, man, Samba comes in clutch.
That's 2 misses from Is I'm Dreaming in this game that have both resulted in goals. That one from Sharp. Now with 5 seconds left, they got to get this right away off the side wall. Splashy getting a touch. Good one. Sharp getting a touch. Oh, but Bacon, an excellent slam off the ceiling and down. Samba storm back, and they steal game 3.
Woo-wee! Man, that was not something I saw coming. I don't know about you, Powder, but I did not come into this game thinking, like, after game 1 and the absolute turnaround that we just saw, like, what words do you have other than good game, fellas?
It's just the ability for Samba to come back. They came back in game 2, not from a deficit, but they came back from a pretty handed loss in game 1. And in this one, they were down 1-0. They come back, they get a goal, and in the final seconds, they make Is I'm Dreamin' pay for yet another mistake. And it's them. They take game 3, and now they are on match point. They are 1 game away from heading to the grand finals.
That is... Wait. Oh, right. Sorry. Brain kind of just died right there. And I gotta be honest, this has been insane. You're saying we're going into another game, like right now?
Yes, this is a best of 5. So we've got 2-1 Samba.
Oh, this has just got better. I thought we were done. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still in it.
No. The excitement keeps coming.
All right. So, let's see what they can do. It's going to have to be a hard fight, but I Is Dreaming's going to have to come out on top on this one. Otherwise, it's going to be a hard fight back. And right off the bat, we're starting to see them on the offense, putting it close to goal line. Splashy working with Sharp to put this close. Bacon's going to be taking it and sending it long. And I don't know about you, but this just got more interesting. Sharp sending it down once again, and it's going to be close to midfield. Josher sending it back. Maybe Bacon to get it into the goal line. It's just off the crossbar, and we're now back at the beginning. I Is Dreamin' trying to get this close to the other side of it. Gets it in. Splashy coming in hot.
See, who is this on defense? I believe it was Josh or Squasher. It was. He's just caught in an awkward spot, middle of the net. T-Bar bullies him out of the way. Not much you can do there. 1-0 Is I'm Dreamin', only 32 seconds in.
This is going to be insane. Both of these teams have put on a lot of pressure for the other, and going into a 4th match, it's gonna be hard. But nothing can be able to make that work other than teamwork. And I gotta say, there's a lot of good stuff coming out of Samba right now. They've been able to put in some really good work together and not be too crazy about it. And they've been able to be on the ball when they need to be and not make anything too drastic.
A 1 minute has passed. The Zimdrim is still with that lead, and now on offense once again. But Bacon carrying it out. Both Woozy and Josh or Squasher double commit for it. Out towards mid. It's Woozy with a touch. T-Var off towards the side. Follows it up. He just doesn't have any boost left to follow it. It's Bacon killing it right back at T-Var. Woozy slowing down and turning for it. Bacon coming up. Neutral 50. Now Josher off towards the corner again. Sharp trying to get it out. T-Var over and Sharp getting one touch. Can Splashy follow up? It's Bacon actually getting there first. Keeping it into the offensive half. Josher Squasher dropping this down. Nobody there. Instead, it's Sharp dropping this out. T-Var for a shot. Splashy looking to redirect it. It is put away by Woozy. Now pass to Josher Squasher. Shot is just off the post. Now Bacon coming back in. Another touch off the back wall. Woozy's shot is just off the post again. Josher Squasher dropping it down. Waterfall. Bacon into the net. The defense cannot catch up to it. And it's a goal for Samba, tying it up. And Opposite is back. Welcome back. I don't know if you got to see that goal, but we have a tie game. Samba just tied it up.
I did not get to see it, but I did get to hear a little bit of the tail end of it. And right now, it's back in the action. We're seeing both of these teams put in the work, baby. And off the bat, we're starting to see Joshua send it up for Aya's Dreaming side of the field. They're having to put in a little bit more defensive work to make this happen, but Joshua sends it down. Splashy blocks it. Sharp gets it up and over Bacon. And now T-Var trying to get this away and in a clear zone. Sharp sees it, sends it into the corner, and now back at square one. T-Var sees it. Sharp's not being able to make it. And now we are back at square one. I don't know about you, but some of this is just never going to get old.
No, it definitely won't. Samba has already made a comeback. They've tied the game. Looking to take it here in game 4. Up 2-1. One game off of the grand final. Shot stopped by Sharp. It was a double commit, though, allowing Bacon to get a dribble. One touch from the defense is enough to get it towards the side. Splashy leaves it for Sharp, flicking it up. Josher Squasher's bumped out of the way by T-Var, allowing the offense to continue. Or is I'm Dreaming. Bacon doesn't find a touch. T-Var doesn't either, though. Now Sharp, a 50 towards the corner. Splashy goes up, dribbling it. Dunk off of Bacon right at Josher Squasher. Now a dunk out, or Samba, excuse me, actually playing extremely good defense in this game, shutting down these offensive chances that I'm Dreaming's having.
Right now, they're getting really close to that goal line, and they're able to make some things work. They get it close, but nothing's been able to be solid yet. Now that both of them have had it, I'm starting to see some of the safe play that we saw in Game 1 when they faced Fractured. Dreamin's starting to get a little bit too antsy right now because they want to be able to just go in. They want to have a break. They want a breather. I mean, anybody would. And to be fair, that might work to their detriment. But at the same time, we're seeing all of this work come in, and either they make it work, and they get to move on and they go to game 5, or they're going to have to be facing Fracture once again.
Splashy looking to send it to a game 5. They definitely do not want to drop to the lowers, but a double commit doesn't help things. Bacon easily gets this out towards the corner. One touch, Josher Squasher taking possession. Gets a flick over one. Going for a pass off the backboard, but Splashy, he collects it, dribbling it down low, trying to beat out Woozy. He can't, though. Woozy doesn't have a lot of boost to challenge this. He plays it slow. He does get one touch. Bacon too far back, though. With 20 seconds left. It's I'm Dreaming heading back onto their offensive side. Pass back to T-Var. Now a pass to Sharp, looking for T-Var again. Back pass to Splash. He's too far out. 10 seconds left. Woozy keeping it in. Bump on one. Josher Squasher's behind him in support. Dunk off of T-Var. Continuing the offense. Splashy, good clear out towards mid, sending all the way out. Josher happily letting this drop down, and we head to a game 4 overtime.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be insane. Both of the work that both these teams are putting in has just been consistently toxic, not toxic, but like just mad crazy. Both teams are just full of mad lads. That's what I'll say. Because at this point, Joshua's been putting in some mad work, and so has Woozy. And they've gotten it stupid close to the goal line. But Sharp and Splashy and T-Bar, ooh! Some of this is just out of the park crazy as we see Woozy go for a double tap. It's going to be stolen away. Sharp taking possession, ready for Splashy to send it down to downtown. And it looks like Joshua's going to be able to get a goal line explosion. Oh, it's in! And look who takes the game. It's going to be Samba.
Oh, Josher, his shot was just off. And who was this? I can't see the name tag on my screen, but as I'm Dreaming, there's no reason. I don't know if he thought it was going to bounce straight out, but instead it's out towards in front of the goal, and a very unfortunate own goal ends as I'm Dreaming's winner's bracket run. It's Samba heading to the grand finals.
Oh my God. I said it before after game 3, and I'll say it again. I did not see this coming. This was a pleasant surprise coming in from Samba, and they're just offensive. They're I had trouble with this word, and I'm still having trouble. English is hard, y'all. Their adaptiveness to everything that Dreaming was throwing at them was just on par, and their consistency. Like, I don't know about you, Powder, but I don't think I Is Dreaming was as consistent in this game as they were last game. What are your thoughts on that?
No, and it's just so weird to see, and it feels like even throughout the 2 matches that we watched them play, they slowly trickled down their gameplay. They started off playing extremely well, not many mistakes, high-powered offense, but it just kind of fell into a bit of, they had some double commits, and then they had some over commits, and then they had defensive mistakes, and then they have an own goal to end their winner's bracket run. They still got one more chance against Fracture, but it's tough to say that maybe they'll take it now, especially after their gameplay has kind of just fallen off over the course of the tournament.
Yeah, but they might be able to take a breather here, kind of regroup, recollect, think about what they're going to do. And if I know at Rocket League players, that's what they're going to do. They might fume a little bit, but they'll get their head back in the game and get in the mindset that they're in. But speaking of Rocket League, we're not out of it just yet, ladies and gentlemen. So stick around. We'll be right back.
competition for today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GameWorks Esports channel. My name is Time to Light, and to the side of me is Mr. Bepic. How you doing tonight, Bepic?
I am doing fantastic. We've joined up at the perfect moment in this tournament for the losers finals, a rematch of a series we've already seen. Is I'm Dreamin' versus Fracture. We saw Is I'm Dreamin' take that one 2-1 up in the winner's side of the bracket. And now they meet again in losers finals with it all on the line. The winner goes to the grand finals. The loser is eliminated. Time to Light. This is going to be a banger again.
Yeah, it is. Is I'm Dreamin' is looking to get another rematch on the board, actually, as if they win, they get to face up against Samba's SD. If they don't, then they go home, and Fracture is left up against them. I'm excited for this one. If I'm not mistaken, we're generally ready, and we've been told to join up, as that was actually by you, if I would read chat correctly. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Losers Finals is on the cards. It's a best of 3, if everybody remembers correctly, so make sure you keep that one in mind, as one player is not there. We go. I was about to say one player has not joined, but game does kick underway nonetheless, as up the wall goes Gear, and she's looking for something as he just finds a demo. Now going across, Kayaks is behind. I've actually casted Kayaks a couple times. Completely forgot that was this team, and he sends it across, and they reset in the middle 15 seconds in. Nothing doing so far.
Yeah, you know, as we get this kicked off, I want to point out first that Kex is my player to watch for this series. I've casted Fracture before, and Kex is an insane player. They're just simply cracked, and I want to see if they're able to maybe not put this series on their back, as you know, of course Cheese and Gear are insane players as well, but Kex starting us off here, going for an air dribble bump on Sharp, but Sharp is that solid ones player, so they're wise to Kex's antics. We do remain level a minute in.
Yeah, Gear's looking to change that though. Dunk does not come through. Cheese does put the shot in. Kayaks fakes. Nice fake. Can he get it around him? He does center it, but it is going to be flicked away by Sharp. In comes Gear, putting it towards the net. However, Splashy turns that one away. Kayaks looking for the shot. He does get it top corner, but it is turned away by Aristo. As in goes the shot. It just wiggles in there. Fresh Cheese does get that one in, as Kayaks was just coming out of the back line. Oh, did he get the bump? I'm not even sure if he got the bump there. He may have.
Yeah, it was close. I mean, either way, Fracture definitely deserved that goal. That was a lot of possession that you felt like had to culminate in a goal, or it would be a disappointing start to this series for Fracture. So they finally get their goal to go. And I want to point out also another thing. This Is I'm Dreamin' squad is 2/3 of the former Pride Stark Empire team. Splashy and Sharp play together with Pride Stark, as they recently split from their org and apparently dropped their third. Steve Aristo is filling in. So, I mean, Pride Stark, they have RLCS experience. They have played against the best of them, and right now Fracture is looking like the better squad despite the RLCS experience on the other half of the pitch. So we'll see if that continues, or if the resilience of these veterans of the Rocket League scene that's going to come into play.
And it should be a good matchup. Again, I do want to remind everybody this is a best of 3. You just saw a best of 5, which did not go the Is I'm Dreaming way, as that's why they are here now. Cheese is going to look for something over top. He's not going to be able to get it low enough. However, he will be able to center it. Sharp sends it off that backboard. In comes Gear, but he decides to back up after a nice little clear from Team Aristo. Ball goes up and back down. Kayaks turns that one to the side. It's over towards Steve Aristo, as we just saw him in the back line, moving all over the pitch, as he's one of the players I want to see in this one really perform. Ball into the middle, though. Gear puts it towards the middle, turned away by Sharp. A nice defensive play there as Kayaks turns it back to the middle. It's a lot of centering passes so far for Fracture.
Yeah, and despite their centering passes not always turning into shots on net, they are keeping possession on the orange side of the half, and that's a great pass out of defense right there by Fracture. The cohesion they are showing us right now is exemplary, and it results in a second goal. Fracture doubles up here. Hex with a fantastic clear, just beating out, I believe that was Splashy, and then here, of course, there to receive. Fracture up 2-0.
Yeah, it's a difficult defensive setup so far for Ism Dreamin'. They have struggled to get a footing here, and they need to start picking things up as I say that, ball goes up and Splashy is above. We've seen some nice shots from Splashy so far. Some people have not been so happy with him on the opposing side, as we've seen some exciting shots and some nice double taps already, as he's looking for yet another one. Yeah, I was about to say, he's looking for yet another one. Sharp does put it back towards the middle, and does get the bump. One player in the middle, it's Kayaks to turn that one away. Splashy towards the middle, looking to get something. He does have the dominance, he does flick it over. Is Tivaristo, there he is, but no, he can't put it in. Sharp does get denied, and Splashy completely whiffs the ball. Not something we're used to seeing.
No, but as I'm dreaming, they have finally found a long stay in the blue half after Fracture dominating the possession game for most of these 4 minutes we've seen drain from the clock, and 3 shots from that stay for this orange squad it's triple what they had before, and it's not quite the 9 that Fracture managed to put up, but hopefully that's some momentum offensively for As I'm Dreamin', and it'll result in a closer series as we advance further into this best of 3.
As you say, it's gonna be a closer series. Gear puts it in from downtown. Sniper coming through, hits the ceiling, goes in. You gotta hate it if you're I'm Dreamin'. They have not had a defensive presence, or at least a large defensive presence, and they haven't controlled the midfield. That's their trouble so far, and they need to really pick it up, either in these last 50 seconds or in the last 2 games, assuming they bring it to a third.
Yeah, that's twice now that As I'm Dreamin' has been caught out from the midfield. That first one I'm thinking of is KX beating the last man in Splashy, and then here, of course, taking the goal off the post. And then, as we just saw right there, a long bomb into the net. And with 30 seconds left, I'm thinking that this game 1 is out of reach for As I'm Dreamin', but it is a best of 3, so they will be on double match point. But if they find their way back into the series in game 2, then they only have to win 1 after finding their footing. So that's the beauty and the terrible part of a best of 3. It all comes down to As I'm Dreamin' and their ability to execute their new strategy against the Fracture offense that is quite potent, as we saw in game 1 in the next game.
Yeah, and now as game 1 does come to an end, it's going to be going in favor of Fracture. They have just taken control. It's really difficult if you are I'm Dreaming here, because they haven't done enough, and they need to get some midfield presence. They need to play better defense, and they need to be there on the defensive half. It's not even that they missed the saves, it's they weren't even there to start with.
Yeah, I mean, there were 12 shots for Fracture in that one, and 7 of those were saved by As I'm Dreamin'. It's just the moments, like you said, that they weren't there to make the save are the ones that turned into goals, and Fracture, a great presence in the midfield and awareness of when that goal was undefended or the last man is coming at you to challenge, and you just have to beat them and you get a goal. And if they continue playing that way in game 2 and nothing changes on the side of As I'm Dreamin', it's going to be tough sledding in this series, despite As I'm Dreamin' taking the first one. I wasn't able to watch that, but I imagine it went to game 3, so it had to be a lot closer than we saw the affair in game 1 just a second ago between these two teams. And we'll see what happens. I expect As I'm Dreamin' to be able to rebound. These are veteran players, all 3 of them, Splashy, Sharp, Tivaristo. They know how to make adjustments on the fly, and I expect that to be prevalent here in game 2.
Yeah, it would not surprise me if we see them just completely take control. However, Kayaks has decided to restart his game really quick. Didn't really let anybody know, but it's fine. We're getting some team changes coming through to keep this one going, and he'll be back in just a second. In the meantime, we could just talk about the fact that they need to be there. And this defensive side, if they don't pick it up, and I mean now, it's going to kill them. They will have nothing to show, especially with they had good offensive shots and they had good offensive chances. It's a mixed up of, 1, they need to score. They had so many shots in the middle, but they just did not put it in the back of the net. And 2, they need to be able to rotate correctly. And if they can't, then they're gone. It's just it. It looks like we're going to remake, so I believe everybody will be popping out of this one. Yes, everybody will be leaving and then rejoining in just a second. But they've got to pick things up. And if they can't put the shots home and they can't be there on the defensive side, much less even make the saves, they're going to drop again, and it may be another shutout.
Yeah, I mean, it's all down to execution at this point. They know what they need to do. I'm sure it's just a matter of can they do it. And on the side of Fracture, we're talking about what Is I'm Dreamin' needs to do. Fracture needs to continue to play their game for the first couple of minutes. And if they notice Is I'm Dreamin' comes out with a completely different style of Rocket League, then they need to make their adjustments on the fly. And that's just the beautiful song and dance of a professional Rocket League match like this is with these top tier players. It's what adjustments have my opponents made to my game, and how do I adjust to my opponent's adjustments? And it's a whole, it's a puzzle you have to figure out while you're playing this really fast-paced game of car soccer. And when it's executed properly in these situations, it's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, one problem that Is I'm Dreaming had is that they were playing checkers while their opponents in Fracture were playing chess. That's my favorite analogy to make here. They need to switch things up, and if they don't, they're going to drop map 2. They're going to drop game 2. That's simple as it is. There's no getting around it, and they need to start switching things up. And the one thing that really needs to happen is Fracture needs to join the game.
Well, I mean, KX was beautiful in that first game. So where Gear and Cheese, of course, but KX there was something up with their game apparently, and they still performed that well. So that's a scary sight for Is I'm Dreamin' as we do finally get these players back on the pitch. They have a fresh 5 minutes in front of them. We'll see if Is I'm Dreamin' makes the necessary changes, or if Fracture continues their dominant Game 1 performance all the way through Game number 2 and books their spot in the Grand Finals. Time to take us away.
Yeah, we are already 15 seconds into this one, and Tivaristo was looking for an early flip reset. He didn't get anything, but Sharp on the nice rotate, which we've seen already, which is good, was there to pick up the pieces. Splashy looking for something exciting, up to Sharp. Sharp with a shot. It is turned away by Kayaks into the corner. Splashy missing. Uh-oh. There is only one player back. Kayaks pops it up and grabs the boost on the back side of it. While this time, nobody's back on the side of Fracture as they turn it back into the corner. Gear now having it sent off the back wall. Kayaks forward, and Splashy is this time back to save that one. And there's going to be no early goal, at least not yet. But as I say that, they keep berating this orange net, and it's a nice early set of control from Fracture.
Yeah, but despite that control from Fracture, Is I'm Dreamin' already starting off much better here than they did in Game 1. A minute gone, they have 2 shots on the board. That's half of what they got in Game 1. And while Fracture is establishing some possession, and KX is just going to slam that home and ruin my entire point, because that's just the kind of player KX is. Great setup by Gear, and then KX dunking Splashy into next week. Fracture 4 goals straight for this team against Is I'm Dreamin', and they take the early advantage.
Yeah, a nice goal there from Fracture. It wasn't the prettiest of goals. A 50-50 goal is not something you would love to see, but it happens in Rocket League, and now it's the way that Is I'm Dreamin' can bring things back. They are, as things stand, now out of play, and as I say that, we're going to head to overtime if things continue as they stand. Apparently, neither of us can finish a thought.
Well, I mean, Tivaristo hitting shots like that and Sharp pestering Cheese like that, yeah, the goals are going to come flying in, and we're not going to be able to say anything as we talk over this game of Rocket League. Tivaristo, nice shot right there. And finally on the board is I'm Dreamin'. So they have improved since Game 1, but they are already down a game. They need to continue their improvement to the point where they win this game and keep themselves alive here in the losers final. But with KX bearing down on the net of Is I'm Dreamin', they're gonna have to make sure things don't go awry.
Yeah, one thing that I gotta say has been amazing to see from Fracture is they have taken as much real estate as possible, to the point where some would call it free real estate. But they have had the control needed, and as I say that, Tivaristo putting himself across the middle and taking some control. Nice pop over by Cheese, trying to get another touch, does, but it's a bumped in touch by Sharp as he puts it in the middle, but it is turned away by Gear, and now put forward by Kayaks, again denied on this orange side. They've taken more control this time, and that's what we need to see.
Yep, and they have established possession in the blue half. Well, that miss isn't going to help, and that double commit isn't going to help even more. But Baristo does keep the ball in the blue half, and that's important. Finally, it is cleared down. I kind of expected that based on what was transpiring with the offense of his I'm Dreamin'. But they do a good job of shutting down that quick possession out of Fracture and then pass out of defense. So I'm Dreamin' playing more cohesively, playing more as a unit, like I complimented Fracture on they're doing in game one. And they haven't stopped doing it, but I'm Dreamin' has joined them in that cohesive play, and they have the possession and the shots in this game to show for it.
Yeah, one person who is not playing as cohesively as of right now was Gear, who was sitting in the opposing net for some unknown reason. Still trying to find out now. But he was just hanging out there, waiting for a possible shot to come through, maybe waiting for a bump. Now does not win the 50. Does bump the player just after, as Cheese is going to take control here and pop it up and over. Looking to get it under Tivaristo, actually, and looking for the pinch. Oh my goodness, what a save from Splashy, but an amazing shot by Cheese, looking for something really exciting there. Play. And now, with a minute 20 left, we stay even at 1.
And this is exactly where I'm Dreamin' wants to be. These are players that they can make solo plays happen. Sharp, especially on this team, is known for his ones play. So if you're in a tight game like this, you have those X-Factor players that can hit shots like that. That was a team play, not including Sharp, of course. So my point right before it is moot, but a great play by I'm Dreamin' there. That is a veteran play. Just breaking down the Fracture defense and taking an advantage in a game you have to win to stay alive in this tournament.
Yeah, and they do stay alive, at least so far. Bump comes through to deny an early shot from Tivaristo, and now a little bit of fake from Gear. He does get it over. No, he doesn't. Sharp up quickly. Nice job on the defensive side, keeping things out of his own net. But Kayaks is going to come through looking for something. Doesn't get the bump or the goal. And now, splashing the backside. Does he get it in? He does. It's 3-1. A 2-goal lead with 45 seconds left. It's easier said than done to come over, but we've seen crazier things.
Yep, yes we have. So Fracture definitely not out of it yet, but can we talk about Splashy just there to cherry pick? You should never have a player on the opposition that far, that close to your net when all three members of your team are that far away from your net. That was a rotational mistake by Fracture right there that allowed the insurance goal to come out for I'm Dreamin'. Now they just have to hang on to that goal, that 2-goal lead. 4:30 seconds now, and Splashy can try and waste as much time as they possibly can, perhaps find a fourth. No, shut down by KX, and I'm Dreamin', they're wasting time. Fracture need 2 goals in quick succession.
Yeah, they're going to get it over Sharp. Splash in the back end does get bumped out of the way. A nice 50 goal. 15 seconds left. Cheese does bring it within 1. But now as time starts to tick down, can they capitalize on this close game? Cheese did so with a 50, but it's going to be easier said than done, just like I said 30 seconds ago.
Moments like these, they come down most of the time more to the defense and the positioning of the team that's in the lead rather than the clutch play of the team that's down. So we'll see if I'm Dreamin' can avoid feeling the stress of being up by 1 and your opponent bearing down on you for a 0-second play, as we saw right there. That was a little scary there for a second. Fracture doing a good job of keeping this up on 0, but it will finally touch the ground. I'm Dreamin', despite a scare at 0 seconds, will hang on and level this series.
Oh, you gotta hate it. It was so close to putting that one in, but just barely misses. Gear ends up leaving. We're not gonna ready up and kick him out just the same as we did Kayaks earlier. But that, you feel so bad. They were so close to bringing that one home and so close to tying things up to send it to overtime. But it's going to be a game 3 on the cards, and I gotta say, that's something to be happy about.
Especially if you're an I'm Dreamin' fan. That's something you should be very happy about, considering their game 1 performance. I think it's safe to say that they made the necessary adjustments in game 2 to find even footing back in this series. Fracture, now it's their turn to respond to a game lost, and we had a long break in between games 1 and 2. We're going to get straight into game 3 here. The players were very eager to take the pitch. I don't blame them because both these teams are playing very well right now. I'm Dreamin', they won that game, but they didn't win it handily like we saw Fracture do in the first one. So an even game 3 is what I'm expecting right here. Again, 5 fresh minutes on the clock. Fracture, I'm sure, very happy about that after dropping game 2. But as I'm dreaming, they are the ones who strike first. They don't get a goal, but they had a deadly shot on net. That made a couple of Fracture fans, I'm sure, get some sweaty palms, even the players. 20 seconds in, Fracture have possession. It is, as I'm dreaming, that looked to be the more aggressively starting team.
Yeah, Sharp is going to send this one forward. Kayaks is already up to turn it away, following up with very little boost now. As down to 0 he goes, and losing a 50, he does. It's turned into the corner, and Sharp back towards the middle. Nobody's there to turn that one in. Splashy was going across, and Tivaristo is a little too far back. Gear's going to keep some pressure up, even with 0 boost. Does not grab that corner boost. However, he does get the bump. There's nobody there to finish, though. It goes off that side post. And no goal early for Fracture, but they have kept up that pressure they're oh so known for.
Yeah, I liked that bump idea. I don't think it was communicated to KX in time. I don't remember specifically if KX was in a position to shoot it on target, but the bump was great. Just the shot was off target. So we remain at 0 goals. Both teams, they have taken their licks and responded in kind. 0-0, we remain. And Splash trying to change that. Leaves it for Sharp. I like the communication I'm seeing throughout this entire series. Eyes on Dreamin'. They've been good in defense about knowing which player should take the ball. We've seen, I think, 1 double commit, but that was an offense out of Is I'm Dreamin'. So defensively, they have been pretty solid. They allowed those 3 goals in the first game and 2 in the second. But in terms of double commits, they have been playing rotationally sound.
Yeah, they've really switched things up after game 1, and they really remedied what we said they needed to. Kayaks with a nice little pop up for Cheese. Cheese is up, looking for something here. Down to 10 boost, down to 4, down to nothing. Does not get the flip off the ball, cannot convert. A nice little stylish show, but it is turned away and turned back out by Sharp as Kayaks tries to take a shot. Cheese is going to go up the wall here looking for something, but he is denied by Tivaristo. Splashy going to push forward, but it is turned back. Yet again, Kayaks turning that one in the midfield. And no team has really taken full control of this one just yet, but Tivaristo back towards Splashy. Splashy cannot get it. Cheese is up. Is anybody back here? It's Sharp only. Cheese almost got the flip, but he is denied again. Cannot get a flip to save his life at this point. But Kayaks, a nice shot across the goal into the top corner, sends that one home exactly halfway through this one, and it's a 1-0 lead for Fracture.
This is one of those types of games where having those X-Factor players is what can make the difference for a team. The KXs, the Sharps, the Splashies, and just past halftime, we see KX make one of those X-Factor plays, slotting one home. Splashy couldn't find the save, and so Fracture, they have the advantage. Half a game to play, and KX going for another X-Factor type play. They're not going to find it this time, so Fracture do only remain, they remain with 1 goal, much to the chagrin of their players, I'm sure. They want insurance in this clutch moment. They want to ensure that Is I'm Dreamin' can't just score a goal and be right back in it, as they nearly did right there. Is I'm Dreamin' posturing very well for the first goal of game 3. They just have yet to find it.
Yeah, no goals so far for him. Cheese is back up in the air. Seems like he's up there every time we take a look at him. Nice little bit of a miss there as was completely whiffed by Tivaristo. Sharp sent it forward. Splashy loses a 50. It's back in the middle. Tivaristo off that sidewall. Sharp's going to be there, but he is going to slow things down just enough to get it past Gear. Up towards Splashy. Splashy looking for a bump. Does not need to. Cheese gets in the middle of it, but cannot keep it out as Sharp 50s at home and ties things up.
Despite Splashy's missed bump attempt on the defender right there, Sharp still got it to go. That's that one's knowledge right there of how to position your car to 50 it into the net when you are in that specific situation. Sharp ties us up with a fantastic solo-ish play. I imagine the defender was a little bit thrown off by Splashy careening towards their car, but it is Sharp ultimately that scores it. We are tied up, just over a minute left. This is the type of game we expected in this series after the winners bracket matchup we saw between these two teams. Go to 3 games, 2 commit in the blue goal. Cheese has to rush back. It gets a fantastic touch to pop it up and dribble it out of defense. Fracture, hold on.
Yeah, 50 seconds now on the clock. It's going to be sent across Gear. does not win the 50 there, but Kayaks is popping it towards the middle. Cheese up again, but Kayaks is in that corner, can't do anything when he's directly under the ball. Tivaristo now can't do anything with it either, does somehow get credit for the save. However, it's turned out and turned back in the middle. Pop for Tivaristo. Tivaristo to Sharp. Sharp does not read it correctly. Does get a bump though. Tivaristo in, and oh my goodness, Tivaristo sends it home with a little bit of help from Sharp off the pass and the bump.
The bumps and demos, the strategy is beautiful right now for Is I'm Dreamin'. I don't know if that's something they spotted in between games that they ought to be going for. Situations the Fracture players are in where they are vulnerable to bumps and demos like that, but they are executing it to perfection. There have been bump attempts on both the goals scored by Is I'm Dreamin', and that's what has given them the advantage here. And now Splashy going for a third goal. A little more insurance like we saw them get that they needed late in game 2. Is I'm Dreamin', they need to hang on to their 1-goal lead here, and they are doing it from the right side of the pitch. They're in offense, and they are going to find that insurance with 2 seconds left. It is Splashy that finds the third, and Is I'm Dreamin' has booked their spot in the grand finals.
Yeah, 2 seconds left on the clock. It has to be 2 perfectly pinched kickoff goals in order to send this one to overtime. I don't think it's going to happen, and now as time ticks down to 0, it is not going to happen. Time ticks away, players leave the lobby, and we're headed to the grand finals with Is I'm Dreaming making the reverse sweep in a best of 3 to clear things up and send themselves to the grand finals.
Yep, Samba's SD waits in the wings. They already beat Is I'm Dreamin' in 4 games in that winners final we saw just a little bit ago, so I'm sure they're happy to get that rematch with the team they've already defeated tonight. And I'm sure Is I'm Dreamin', for the same reason, they are happy for that rematch, because they want to get revenge on Samba's SD. And that's all coming up in just a little bit. I'm sure these players are eager to get into this grand finals, and Tom and I are eager to start casting that one. It's going to be a banger of a series. You're not going to want to go anywhere. This is GW Esports casting Bandits on Wheels. Stay tuned.
One shot, one chance, one move, one dance. One shot, one chance, one move, one dance. One shot, one chance, one move, one dance. One shot. Brace yourself for the best. For the base.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tactical Banditry and GameWorks Bandits on Wheels $300 weekly tournament. My name is Time to Late, and to my left here is Mr. Bepic. How you doing tonight? We are back.
I'm doing fantastic. I'm hoping this series is just as exciting as the 3-game set we just saw between Is I'm Dreamin', a team you're about to see once more in this grand finals, and the Fracture team that could not get it done after a winning game one in dominant fashion. Hopefully Samba's SD will be able to fare better later on in the series than Fracture did against this Is I'm Dreamin' squad, but they do have that one game advantage Samba's SD does in this grand finals best of 5, so perhaps with that early lead, they can discard Is I'm Dreamin' a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I really hope to see a nice set of maps here, or nice set of games. I'm still stuck on Overwatch, but I'm really excited to see these two teams go up against each other. They've already played, and they handled that handedly on the Samba's SD side, ended in 4 in a different best of 5 you guys saw probably about 40 minutes ago now. And we're going to kick things into game and kick things underway as game 1 of our best of 5 with a 1-game advantage towards Samba's SD kicks underway.
Yep, and as we get into this one, I had my player to watch in the last series. I've got my player to watch in this one. I want to see how Splashy performs after a great best of 3 just a second ago. Of course, that clutch goal in game 2, I believe it was, to put their team up. It was a pass from Tivaristo that Splashy nailed from just outside their opponent's box, and Splashy has been, they've been the X factor, I would say. So I love that term tonight, apparently, for this Is I'm Dreamin' squad. And as they're coming up against a team that has already beaten them tonight, they are going to need all of the X factor that they can muster.
Yep, and for those of you who have just recently joined us, it was Is I'm Dreamin' in our last matchup. They are coming up to the grand finals from the lower bracket. That is why they are already down 1 game. Samba's SD we saw a little bit ago in a different best of 5 up against this exact same team. And your X Factor has become the X Factor, as a 1-goal advantage goes towards the team that comes in with a disadvantage. And a nice little goal there from Splashy coming out of nowhere and probably catching them off guard.
Yeah, Splashy had a little help from his Y factor there. Tivaristo went up for that aerial, and it was all a fake. That was all planned. Splashy behind Tivaristo. That was his ball all the way. Tivaristo knew it. The defense, however, did not know it. And that little bit of fakery is what gets Is I'm Dreamin' the first goal of this series.
Nice save from Splashy, just the same little bicycle kick out of the net. Bacon trying to set it across. Josher Squasher trying to get something in, as that's a little bit of a name that threw me off when I first looked at it. Splashy looking through, and it's going to be sent back and away by Tivaristo over to Sharp. Sharp with the shot. That's a sharp shooter right there as it goes to the bottom corner. And with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, it's a 2-0 lead for Is I'm Dreamin', a completely different team than what we saw earlier.
Yeah, Tivaristo dishing out these passes at the moment, finding Sharp in the breakaway, and Sharp turns it home. Of course, he's not going to miss that shot. It's Sharp for crying out loud, and 2 goals the advantage for Is I'm Dreamin'. They are looking hot at the moment, and perhaps Samba's SD had too much time to cool off in waiting for the losers final to wrap up, as we've got a Rule 1 in the corner right now of Samba's SD. So we'll see if this 2v2 yields results for Samba's SD, because the 3v3 sure has put them at a disadvantage at the moment. And I mean, some teams, they like having 2v2s against their opponent. They just think that puts them in a better situation. Perhaps that's one of those moments.
Oh, with a musty flick like that, you may, as Tivaristo trying to send that one in. Nobody's broken up this Rule 1 just yet. I don't think they will, as they're respecting the laws of the game. Woozy's going to send that one forward. Josher is denied. Tivaristo looking for something extra, but cannot get it, as it is sent out. And through the corner is sent away. Woozy sending it forward, and Sharp getting bumped out of the stratosphere. And now back towards the middle, is in position. Nice save from him, keeps the 50 up and away from the goal. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the clock. Maybe a fake here. No, he just takes the shot, but it just goes barely wide as that goes up and over. And back in goes Tivaristo looking for the double tap. Gets just that. It's a 3-0 lead. Is I'm Dreamin' doing to Samba's SD what Fracture did to them last series, and starting things off with a bang.
you would think that 2v2 would favor Samba's SD by taking Splashy out of the equation. But Tivaristo hits a banger of a shot right there to ensure that the temporary 2v2 goes in favor of Is I'm Dreamin'. Tivaristo has seriously been playing lights out.
Oh my-
and there's another
oh
one.
my.
Tivaristo coming from the heavens and turning that ball in. Is I'm Dreamin' up by 4.
That is like perfectly calculated. At that point, I'd just be spamming calculated chat. He was going for the bump. The ball was set in front of him, and him and the Dueling Dragons score a 4th goal for Is I'm Dreaming. They take a commanding lead, and I gotta be. I want to listen to the comms of Sambas right now. They must be hurting.
Yeah, I mean, we saw in the last series, Fracture destroy Is I'm Dreamin' in the first game. And then Is I'm Dreamin' comes out, wins game 2 and 3, and of course we see them in the grand finals, so it means they took the series. Samba's SD is going to have to do exactly that, except this time, by losing game 1, they aren't already on match point. In fact, there's a full 5 minutes that would stand in the way of them being on match point. Plus, the series is still tied, as Samba, that coming to the winners finals, has that game advantage. So they ought not to be feeling too bad about this situation. If this same thing happens in game number 3, then I would start to feel a little worried. But you just take a deep breath after this game if they don't end up staging a comeback, and just move on and get through it.
Yeah, one thing I do have to credit this Is I'm Dreaming side with is their rotations. We saw it lacking in game 1 of our last series, and bringing it back here in game 2 of this one, as I will remind you, there's the 1 game advantage. We've really seen them play as a unit, and that's what we need to continue to see them do. But Tivaristo is going to take it away from everybody. Now bring it up the ceiling, off the ceiling, and straight back down towards Splashy, who is attempting to own goal.
Splashy and Sharp have been free jumping balls for the last 15 seconds. I think they're confident in their ability to close this game out, as Tivaristo missed what could have been a 5th goal by doing whatever the heck he was doing. Now on the other end, no, okay, it will not be a first for Samba's SD. It's going to remain a shutout going into the final 30 seconds, as Is I'm Dreamin', they know this one's over. I think Samba's SD most likely does as well. And game 3, here we come.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit... Oh, I'm pretty sure Sharp had the flip there if he really wanted it, but decided not to use it. He's going to bring it up and over. Looking... Splashy, that wasn't very kind of you. Well, you just took an amazing air dribble off your teammate. My guy... Woozy is left, as has Josher. That's not good, I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think your analysis would be correct there. I don't know why they've left.
New server stream. Okay, that's what we've been told. Tivaristo is telling us new server as, we're being yeeted out of this one, and with a 0-second goal, Bacon has finally set things at least above 0 for that squad, but it was not very close.
Yeah, I would try and analyze the statistics here, but there aren't any, as the players all dipped out before the game ended. So I'm left to just analyze what I saw, and what I saw was utter dominance from the side of Is I'm Dreamin'. When you are trying to freestyle on a high bubble level team, as these two teams are, that's when you know you were dominant in a game. And that's exactly what Is I'm Dreamin' were. They just controlled the ball. They had the outplays. They had the maintain offense in the half of Samba's SD, and that was just a complete game all around from a team that we saw on losers, like elimination point, not too long ago. They are looking like the favorites to win it all at the moment, and can they continue it into game 3? Well, we will have to see, as Samba's SD is certainly going to have something to say about it here, as they get it started off with a shot. Woozy's shot saved by Sharp. Now on the counterattack, Sharp trying to find Tivaristo, pay him back for the clean pass to Tivaristo, as Hat Knight, Flashy, and Sharp. But it's nothing doing, and to remain level at 0.
Yeah, nobody has gotten anything in the back of the net either side, but both teams have had some good chances and some good passing plays already, and we're only 40 seconds in. Sharp just bumped Splashy, apparently getting something back for Tivaristo from that previous game. as Tivaristo sends it over. Splashy's already up. No, Sharp is already up. He sends it over towards Splashy, who just grabs a boost and decides to back up. Tivaristo, a nice little demo into Josher, as a 150 there by Splashy does send it up for Josher, as Bacon decides to back things up, and Splash is looking to send things to the ground, maybe try and play the lower side of the field.
And one thing I want to talk about, as it's probably a little too late, but the Is I'm Dreamin' players are going for, you know, flashy-ish plays, but positive tilt is something I enjoy talking about when a team demolishes their opponent early on in a series. We saw at the end of game 2, well, as 2 go for Is I'm Dreamin', we saw at the end of the game that they were freestyling, obviously, and that can affect your mentality too positively going into the next one, as maybe Is I'm Dreamin' is going for stuff that they ought not to be. We'll see if that is the case as we go further on into this game, but right now, they're playing safe enough. They haven't found those early goals that they did in game 2, but they're not going for two things that are too crazy. That's a little crazy. Josher Squasher controlling that beautifully off of the back wall of Is I'm Dreamin'.
Yeah, taking a nice first goal that Sambas really need here, as we're tied up in our series, just not in this game no more, as Sambas score our first one. It took them 2 minutes to do so.
Yeah, but they found it, and that's the important part. They have something on the board in this series. They are not being shut out any longer. 4 straight is all that Is I'm Dreamin' will get, thus far at least, in this series. They'll have to start over on their goal combo in these grand finals, and it is I'm Dreamin' trying to get back on the board quickly, hang on possession, but they're shut down in the midfield right now by a Samba's SD team that look rejuvenated. I'm very happy to see that.
They look up and active again. That's really what we need to see out of them. Sharp does get demoed. Nobody back, as Splashy has to turn himself back in that direction. 2 minutes and 30 seconds now on the clock, as we're halfway through this game number 3. Forward goes Sharp, who did get barrel rolled by the defending player. Woozy does send it across, back towards the middle, sends the ball from Tivaristo over in, but no, it is denied. Splashy's up now, looking for something, but is denied the same way by Bacon. And over to Tivaristo, trying to get the ball towards the middle. Oh, Musty towards the center. Can he get it home? No, he cannot. Sharp is denied by Bacon, as Splashy sends it forward off that back wall, but is denied just the same. It's a strong defense this time that we haven't seen so far. Oh my goodness. Tivaristo. He just changed directions in midair. I'm sorry, what?
Tivaristo is on another plane of Rocket League at the moment. He's feeling himself. To put it simply, that's a play that you don't hit every day. Tivaristo is hitting some clippable moments in this series. Incredible stuff he's pulling out. When I had my eyes on Splashy and Sharp coming into this tournament for Is I'm Dreamin', and then here Tivaristo is making me remember his name. Wow, that was some kind of goal to get us tied up. That's an X-Factor goal, and Tivaristo got to double up.
What a pass. Oh my goodness, Sharp just sent that across the goal. I would have expected a shot, but Tivaristo buries that at 70 miles an hour. 2-1 our scoreline, as Is I'm Dreamin' take the lead back and take the lead for the first time here in game number 3.
Yeah, I bet they're happy to be back on top, because they were feeling good for the last game, and then to concede the first goal of this one, I'm sure they were itching to score some goals, and it's exactly what Tivaristo did. I loved the team play that came out of Is I'm Dreamin' to score the second one. Sharp, the unselfish play to find his mate in the box. And now some unselfish play, but maybe not all from Samba's SD. That was a good pass out of the corner by the defense. Just a shot did not arrive for Samba's SD. So we do remain advantage Is I'm Dreamin'.
Yeah, but not by much, as there it goes. Bacon sends it home. Caster's Curse comes through, and in goes the shot from him. Woozy sends it forward, and it just gets through all 3. You hate to see it on the defensive side. Is I'm Dreamin' whiffing ×3. Bacon sending it home, and it's a tie game with 50 seconds left.
That's the type of play that makes me think about positive tilt again, because when you are just having a good time, your communications break down. You're not in that serious comms mode any longer. And that was a triple commit in defense by a very, very good team, a team that was looking clean just a second ago. But when you're pulling off plays like that, it doesn't matter if you triple commit in defense because you have a player like Tivaristo who's hitting clippable moment after clippable moment. This I'm dreaming up 3-0. Tivaristo has his hat trick.
Yeah, Sharp with an amazing pass and an amazing demo to remove the defender there. Does delay defense here. Splashy looking to get up and over. Oh my goodness, Tivaristo turns it back for Splashy. As the team play comes through, a heat-seeking missile is going to come across your screen in a couple seconds here. That being Tivaristo, as there he goes and away goes the defense. As Samba's SD have been ruined. 2 goals in 20 seconds. It's a 2-goal game.
Ruined by Tivaristo. I've heard of pre-jumping shots and maybe pre-jumping saves, but he pre-jumped the Tembo right there to clear the path for Splashy.
Oh my goodness.
Tivaristo going for a 5th. I don't know any longer what Tivaristo is doing, but it is working. He is feeling it right now. I can't stress that enough. This is worst case scenario for Samba's SD, as the team they beat in the winners finals is just straight up having fun at the moment. There is no locked and loaded mentality for Is I'm Dreamin'. They're just freestyling. Tivaristo's hitting everything, and Is I'm Dreamin' are looking like they're gonna take this series in a sweep with air quotes.
Oh yeah, well. The one game where even assuming that one game counts as a normal forfeit, which is 3-0, our current goal stature, even including the 0-second goal from last game, is 8-6. And that's insane. So far in 2 games that have actually counted, it's 8-3. And it's been a dominant set so far, as they've brought it to 2-1, and it's now double match and grand final point here for the Is I'm Dreaming squad, who has just come up from the lower bracket.
Yeah, they don't look like the team that came from the lower bracket the way they're playing at the moment. And Tivaristo, you have to ask yourself now, how long can he keep this version of his game going? Can he play another incredible 5 minutes that just carries Is I'm Dreamin' to a grand finals win, or will he come back down to earth and then Samba's SD take advantage of that? Because Is I'm Dreamin', I'm sure, going to be kind of playing around Tivaristo at the moment. Why wouldn't you? He is the hot hand. Play around the guy who was popping off. And if he falls back down to earth, Samba SD could find their moment to strike when that is the case.
Yeah, a couple of misplays there. Splashy hits that one in the crossbar. He was looking for a redirect. I would have gone for the bump myself, as he needs to take after Tivaristo and Sharp. And Bacon and Splashy trading demos as I say that, so maybe he is trying to take after his teammates. Sharp is going to go up. Oh my goodness, he just sends it straight down. Now it's a 1v1, trying to get it over. Oh my goodness, no! How does Woozy save that? How is that sent out of the goal? Sharp with 0 boost now sends it over to Tivaristo, who was not ready for the pass. I don't think he had boost to his name. Woozy now looking to send himself forward. Uses the late flip. Bacon towards the middle. Ball now in, and Josher sends it home. It's a minute in. And oh my goodness, I feel so bad, as Is I'm Dreaming have had so many opportunities, but Samba's on their first shot send it home, and just over a minute left, take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, great defense by Samba's SD, transitions into great offense. Good finish there, but you have to remember they did get the first goal in Game 3 against this Is I'm Dreamin' squad, and then we all know what happened. Tivaristo happened, so we'll see if that is the case again, or if another member of Is I'm Dreamin' is going to step up. Splashy takes a shot on net. Woozy does get back in time, and the defense stepping up for Samba's SD. That could be their way back into this thing. That would be the best way to strip momentum from Is I'm Dreamin', is just shut down the incredible plays that Is I'm Dreamin' has managed to pull out.
And now they're trying to take some control on this orange side as Is I'm Dreaming has TV still backing up all the shots on net, but it is just denied by Sharp. Another shot here by Woozy.
Oh.
It does go home. Sharp just had to jump, but he had the teammate behind him. Teammate could not get there, and that's an unfortunate goal there as it goes right by him and right by Splashy. A 2-0 lead for Sambas.
Yep, perhaps we now see Is I'm Dreaming falling back down to earth, and all the while Is I'm Dreaming was popping off, Sambas SD continued to play solid, and they're continuing their run of solid play into game number 4, where they have a 2-goal advantage. Now, their objective is to continue to shut out Is I'm Dreamin', make them feel mortal again, because after a couple games of incredible Rocket League, you want to make them feel like they are human, in fact, and get that confidence out of their heads. And while these are fantastic players, so it takes a little bit more than one game to shut down their confidence, Sambas SD is doing all the right things at the moment, and taking this early lead and hanging on to it would be perfect for them.
Splashy is going to try and deny them another goal, trying to score one of his own as he pushes forward. I believe he grabbed that boost. Another ball sent into the middle now. Oh, the shot in. Demo comes through, but it does not go home. Tivaristo sends it forward and sends it towards the center, but it is denied by Woozy, who does not get the boost. Sharp sends it over towards the side. Tivaristo's there, but it is sent away by Bacon. Up goes Woozy, and that's another goal for him. Bacon gets the Playmaker achievement. It's 3 assists for him. Woozy gets his second, and Sambas SD get their third.
Sambas SD continuing to look good. That was a fantastic transition play. Finding each other out of defense and then into the blue box, turning in a 3rd goal. This is a sizable lead now for Sambas SD, and they're looking to force a Game 5 that they probably didn't want to see, but at this point they would probably be happy to see after what Tivaristo and company did in the last 2 games. So hang on to this 3-goal lead now and see it to a Game 5. Don't give any momentum back to Is I'm Dreamin' in these final 90 seconds.
Sharp is going to look for that momentum just the same, but I don't think anybody's back here. If Woozy can take it early, he cannot. I was about to say if he can take it early, he could get it home, but Tivaristo cuts across and does get the save there. 80 seconds now left on the clock as it's a 3-goal game. Going to be difficult to bring things home. I don't think they can bring it back on this Is I'm Dreaming side. Tivaristo may do just that, though. Looking for a dunk, does get it. It's double touch on the defensive side, unintentional, but does go home nonetheless. Now, 70 seconds on the clock, and 2 goals are not out of the question.
Tivaristo, that's all I've got pretty much for this player at the moment. He's incredible. That is momentum back to Is I'm Dreamin', and not what you wanted to give away. If you are off Sambas SD, Tivaristo, if he starts feeling himself again, if his teammates start feeling themselves as a result of that goal, then even if you do force Game 5, you might be in a sticky situation come those fresh 5 minutes. But best thing you can do now that you've conceded that first goal is don't concede anymore. They're going for flip resets, they're going for flashy plays. You can't let them in. It's much easier said than done, but it's a play you need to make if you are Sambas SD.
Yeah, Tivaristo looking for something there. Does grab the boost and does send himself up the wall. It is turned out. Sharp is ready for it. Does send it forward, but Woozy is there just the same. Does send it towards the side. Now looking forward, looking for another goal, but he gets the hat trick. He is given the goal, I'm going to say, but does earn it nonetheless. 25 seconds left. A 3-goal game. We're most likely headed to a Game 5.
Yep, and there you go. Momentum back on the side of Sambas SD. It's all about mentality heading into Game 5. If Is I'm Dreamin' isn't a little bit more locked in after this loss, just a wake-up call for them, then we could see Sambas SD do this same exact thing, get some early goals in Game 5, and just take it all the way home. They have that 1-game advantage, and that's gonna work to their benefit in this situation, as now they have a game in their pocket in this series, a real one, not just one that was given to them for making it here through the winners bracket. But now this Game 5 ought to be much more even.
Yeah, this is probably going to be our closest game of the day, and it's going to be our last game of the day. No matter what happens here, this is going to be all she wrote. And I'm ready to see. This is going to be our title decider. The lion's share of this $300 prize pool is going to go to the winner of this one game. And wow, that's just shocking to see how much just 5 minutes of Rocket League can decide.
I know. I mean, it's so hard to continue to peak in Rocket League for more than a game or two at a time. And as I'm dreaming, they found that out in this series. I mean, no matter how good you're playing, Sambas SD is still a very good team. I mean, they made it to the grand finals of this Bandits on Wheels tournament. So you can't look down upon them no matter how good you are playing. And that's what they showed us in game number 4 to force this ever deciding game number 5. The players are on the pitch 5 minutes to decide who takes home the lion's share of the prize pool. Time, take us away.
Away we already are. Tivaristo looking for an early shot, or at least an early pass. Cannot get either. Woozy sends it out, and Splashy down. No, it's going to be Sharp to follow up. This Splashy does miss, and Sharp does the same. Maybe looking for a bump, but doesn't get that either. It's a very, very slow start and a shaky start so far for Is I'm Dreaming. Tivaristo looking for something, as always, does end up bumping Josher into the save. As Sharp looking for the shot is denied by that same player. And looking for now oh my goodness. Looking for a air dribble, cannot get it home. Tivaristo sends it to the corner, looking for a pinch into the middle. He does get just that, but it is turned away, and this may be a goal. No, Sharp is already back, does send it towards the corner. Follows up himself and tries to continue onto it, but Tivaristo takes it away. Now, on his own, sending it towards the middle. Splashy with the shot. Splashy does get denied. Woozy already with a defensive gem. Same with the other side, as already Is I'm Dreaming keeping things forward in this orange half, and already a minute in, we've had 3 shots and 2 saves in total.
Yep, 4 shots now for Is I'm Dreamin'. They are starting off hot in the half of Sambas SD, but they have come away empty, and that is something to say about the defense of Sambas SD, because those weren't easy shots to save. And there were boost problems as well on the side of Sambas SD. I looked at their boost at one point. There were 2 players on 0 and 1 on 20, and they still managed to keep Is I'm Dreamin' at bay. So headed into the final 3 minutes of this game, they need to continue to do that despite these stellar passes in the box of Sambas SD, and Sharp will find the opener for Is I'm Dreamin'. Felt like a matter of time before they got it. Sambas SD did a good job of holding on that long, but Sharp finally finds one in the back of the net.
Yeah, he's sending that one home, and looks like Is I'm Dreaming's trying to send Sambas home as they take this 1-goal lead. 3 minutes left on the clock, 2 minutes in already, and they're looking dangerous yet again on this Is I'm Dreaming side. Tivaristo not looking for another shot, trying to shock us yet again, is denied again by this orange defense. Sambas SD trying to continue with this brick wall, even with the 1-goal disadvantage. They need to keep the blue shots out of the net, and if they can't, 2-goal deficit in game 5, that's difficult to come back from.
Yeah, especially in their game win a second ago, they had the early lead, and just go down to an Is I'm Dreamin' team that plays very well when they're feeling good. That would be close to a death sentence. Certainly not one, but it's as close as you can get without being dead in the water. So Sambas SD, they're playing a lot of defense. They're playing good defense, but when you're playing a lot of defense, it no matter how well you're playing, it feels like you're going to concede goals a lot of the time. And they've already conceded 1. I wouldn't be surprised to see another if this is how the possession game keeps going. But if Sambas SD can hit on these counterattacks, and they will find themselves in a better spot. Maybe not a perfect spot, but a better spot.
Oh my goodness. There's the Musty looking for a double tap opportunity. Cannot get it home. Looking for the shot, and no, it's the own goal coming through. A save from Wuzzy, but he is denied, as it looks like Josher's the one to put that in the net. He is. You hate to see it, but it's a 2nd goal for Is I'm Dreaming nonetheless, and just under 2 minutes left on the clock. It's dangerous here, and looking good for Is I'm Dreaming.
Yeah, and you talk about the own goal for Sambas SD, but think about the three-man passing play that got the ball there. Tivaristo, the musty out of defense, Sharp just picks it right up and sets it up for Splashy. And it was a defensive mistake that allowed it in, but a stellar play to set it up. It's as if the Rocket League gods just smiled upon As I'm Dreaming right there and gave them a style point. And Sambas SD going to get one back here. Josher Squasher sent that one home off the pass from Bacone. Tivaristo tried to 50 that one away, and Splashy tried to clear it out, but neither play really worked for the defender there, and so Sambas SD gets a crucial goal headed into the final 80 seconds.
Yeah, they're gonna start to bring things back. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
no.
no! That was very, very dangerous, and we were almost headed to overtime, or even a more orange-sided finish to this one. But nothing doing there, as it is saved and sent away. And now, just over a minute, now just under a minute left, as that one remaining clock time does pop up on your screen. Tivaristo looking for something out of this corner. Now with 50 seconds left, looking for something of his own. Maybe they just need to keep it out of this net. Can Sharp keep it forward? He's going to look like he can. Tivaristo may be looking for a demo, but no, Bacone does finish off Sharp, and Sharp cannot play any more offense. It's going to be Tivaristo back to the corner. Grabs the boost and is going to take it up and over. Keeping away from Orange. Does just that. Looking for a pinch. He gets it around. He's going to continue with it. 30 seconds left. Keeps it away yet again. Wasting as much time as possible. Seems like England up against that Denmark squad in the last couple minutes of extra time. Tivaristo, now 20 seconds left. Sharp with the ball forward. It's turned out by Woozy. Woozy looking to avoid a demo, but does so too early. Tivaristo with the ball towards the middle. It is sent forward by Bacone. Woozy's already up there, looking for something of his own. Up goes Bacone. Away sends the ball by Sharp. Trying to get something, 0 seconds on the clock. It's going to have to be now or never, or not even at all. Woozy sends the ball forward. It's going to have to be this, but it is not. It's going to be Is I'm Dreaming. They come from the lower bracket. They win the rematch, and they turn the 1-goal disadvantage into a Game 5 win. It ends 2-1, and they win our grand finals.
Yes, they do. And after how high their peak looked in those early games of this grand finals, they deserved this series win. And despite Sambas SD with a late resurgence, it wasn't enough to take down this Is I'm Dreamin' squad. Congrats to these three players. Tivaristo, you know, you got enough clips in this one series to fill up an entire highlight reel. That was something in games 2 and 3. I don't believe what I saw. That's one I want to go back and save just for the Tivaristo shots that he was pulling off. So GG's to Tivaristo and company. They get the lion's share of that prize pool, and they can go to bed very happy with their performance tonight.
Yeah, and that's actually going to end our production for tonight. Another amazing Thursday of Rocket League and another amazing week of Rocket League, as just this weekend we're going to see even more, not from us. You're going to have to tune into the official Rocket League channel for that one. But I was happy to cast it. Bepic, thank you very much for joining me for the end of this one. And of course, it was ignited in the background, keeping things up and running for all of y'all amazing people to see, with, of course, Tactical Banditry and GameWorks in the background, and of course you. Everybody, thank you very much for watching. My name's Time to Light. Over there's Bepic in the background, was ignited. We'll see you next week.